For real? Oh no. Let's go.
Boston
State of OH! Today. In Berkeley, California. You got it. This one's for three. AJ Hawk, $5,000. USA, USA, USA.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people. And welcome to our humble abode, the DraftKings Thunderdome. On this massive Overreaction Monday, July 20th, 2026, this program begins now.
Sports
Are the absolute greatest, and obviously this past weekend showcased the world's absolute best. Congratulations to the Spaniards who win their second World Cup after a dominating performance over Lou Messi and the boys, who take second place, which does count. Okay, got a medal, had the whole entire thing. Fascinating post-game celebration process there. Love the thought of a couple people, dancing around a celebration. Happy to see that. But let's not leave out what happened on Saturday. Congratulations to England, third place.
Unbelievable. Bronze medalist.
That's incredible on the podium.
Yeah, huge.
I thought maybe they were going to come out all odds,
They should have.
and they were going to do the entire Olympic podium type deal. But congrats to Spain beating the ass of Argentina in only a 1-0 win, but they dominated them entirely. And any goal-scoring bets that you potentially put out there just for one last rodeo with this World Cup, as we've all become soccer fans and we've all become kind of infatuated with this world's game, How's it work? How's it operate? Are they scoring more goals than ever before? Well, statistically, yeah, they were.
Yeah.
I think the reason why Americans potentially bought in a little bit more is because we saw more excitement. We saw more celebration. We saw a style of soccer that was seemingly attacking, especially from the Americans, but certainly across the entire globe. More goals per game than they'd ever seen before in the World Cup. And then it came down to the finals, and Spain just said, no more of that. Yeah, this Messi guy, he's not even going to touch the ball. We're not going to let him touch the ball.
Ever.
You guys, they're not even going to have a shot.
Nope.
Argentina didn't even have a shot. You know how they say, you got no shot in hell. They were in hell and had no shot. I mean, that is actually what the game was. And the Spaniards, we're going to be talking to Michael Grella here in about 19 minutes or so, our World Cup pundit, our World Cup analyst. The promo he cut afterwards was like, hey, this was Spain basically just telling everybody this is exactly who we are. They've been playing the same style of soccer, I guess, forever. And it's a tiki-taka. They're passing the ball around, and if you have the ball, you're not going to have it anymore because they're just somehow all right there. And then you're going to give it back to them, and then guess what? You're not getting the ball for another 20 minutes. It is a fascinating form of ground and pound in the world's game, and they won it all. We'll talk to Grella in a bit, but it was fun. Hey, World Cup, fun stuff.
Good work. Done good. Great summer.
Thanks for filling the time. Talk to the table at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Con man, none of us could have expected to be yearning for those World Cup games at night whenever we got into the later stages, and we didn't have a Thursday night, a Capa Verde versus
Uzbekistan.
happening there to kind of tune into, just strictly because the environments were electrifying. And I think the style of play was a little bit more appetizing for the American fan. Plus, you had, in fact, they're playing four-quarter football. We love everything about that, but I guess the world didn't love all the things we brought to it.
Yeah, I think that's just part of the world. They're never going to completely buy into anything. But to your point, it was
I guess
great.
That's a philosophical quote.
But it was an incredible, 6 weeks. Like, I think we all were captivated by it. Now, it ending in a 1-0 game, 1-0 game in tiki-taka football, it was not as much fun to watch as what we were accustomed to, even on Saturday with the third place match being 6-4. It's like, okay, here we go. But all in all, it was fantastic. I feel like I became a fan of football, and I'm okay calling it football now instead of hammering home soccer. But it was a successful tournament. You could say 2.96 goals per game, I think, is what the stat we got sent, which is the highest ever. It was the most goals per game. I'm sure hopefully there was some sort of red card, yellow card stat with the most cards per game. That was the best part of yesterday, was Argentina just saying, like, hey, we ain't playing soccer. We're just going to hit the shit out of these guys.
MetLife Stadium.
Bingo, yeah.
Yamal, that 19-year-old, I kind of hated him going into the finals because I didn't like the way he kind of trotted around. I didn't like how he wasn't scoring goals. I didn't like how it looked as if this 19-year-old thought he was Messi, who's a 9-year-old or whatever it was. I was like, oh, buddy needs to relax. Then you start watching his highlights. Then you watch him in the final. Argentina was trying to tackle him. Yeah. At one point, and he refused to get tackled, and he didn't bitch about it. He just kept moving. I'm like, all right.
I like this guy.
Guy earned my respect, I think. But also, Argentina, they're pretty handsy.
Loved it.
They were pretty handsy. There was some physicality in that game.
That's
and
it.
I like the fact that the ref who was supposed to be on Argentina's side, allegedly, and I learned about him a couple years back. I guess he I guess he was caught up in a situation.
He likes to have a good time.
No, maybe, but he was allegedly he was caught up. We learned a lot about him very quickly.
Yes,
especially after the whole Flo red card thing and some other stuff that has been going on with VAR. And I guess since FIFA, since the beginning of time, people have had some questions on how it all operates behind the scenes. Because there's a lot of this, I guess, going on, then a lot of this type of stuff happening. But I was told that ref was supposed to help Argentina out a lot. And it's like maybe, but he wasn't calling anything.
No,
it felt like he wasn't calling anything. So we had like physical. Football out there, and it was enjoyable, the entire thing. Thank you for passing. How do I say passing? You filled some dire times for us.
Yeah, a lot
and
of times.
We are very, very grateful to the world sport for doing that for us. And obviously, we will see now if the United States will take on the soccer after this World Cup bump. It all starts in youth soccer. Then does everybody stick around after youth soccer? I think a lot of athletes will say, I played soccer when I was a kid. I think AJ even said, I played on the Thunderbolts or something like that. I forget the name. Green Hornets, I believe. Shout out to my coach, Dahn. Let's go back in time. Can I pull it? Let's see. Shout out to my coach. He was an incredible coach. Anyways, everybody plays soccer, young age, seemingly for a lot of time. Can they stick on and try to become the team or the generation that wins for us? We shall see. Let's go to one half of the hammer.
Dahn.
Cowboys, AP Tone. It wasn't just a World Cup this weekend that declared a new champ.
No, it was not.
The Open, Royal Birkdale. A guy won that'd be playing in your local muni.
Yeah.
I seen this guy play golf at the Rolling Fields in Plum, Pennsylvania.
Many, many times.
1,000 times I seen this guy tee off at number one, right off the back of the barn dominium there that's rolling in Rolling Fields. And he's hitting for some foursome that's trying to win $800 that
Exactly.
day
Yeah.
in the golf scramble. This guy is a legend. I don't know how I didn't know this guy existed until yesterday. I would like to let him know. I have no idea how his build, how his stance, how his swing, how his mentality, how his strategy, how any of it works, but I love it. And I'm going to be chasing him for the rest of my life. I've decided that this is going to be my swing. This is going to be my style.
Hell yeah.
I'm not waiting at all. To win the Open, a major, something that only happens to a few people in the history of the entire sport. Don't mind me. I'm going to take half a second. Let me roll this thing in there. Bang. I just won a major. How are you doing? Keep it moving. Now, once I get the trophy, obviously, we're putting red wine in that thing immediately, which, once again, we would expect from Rolling Fields' tee box number one if you were to win a major. This guy, I think, is good for golf. I think this guy is great for me as somebody who's trying to get better at golf. And also a story that if you would have bet on him when Schlaubaugh told us he was a little under the radar, you would have got paid in a huge way.
Yeah.
Tone. What a win for Ryan Fox here. What a story for golf. And for gambling, you're talking long, long odds. And then after the first round, second round, long. I mean, you're talking long odd dog here wins a major in Ryan Fox.
Yeah, after pre-tournament, he was 150 to 1. So if you bet $1, you'd win 150. If you bet 100, you win $15,000 on Ryan Fox. And then he did not have a good round one. After round one, he was plus 50,000. That's $100 to win $50,000 on Ryan Fox. Then Saturday comes out and shoots a 62. There was 3 62s this weekend, most in one tournament of all time, or one major of all time. Puts him right up there. He was plus 800 before that final round. It's not like there was like no one on the leaderboard for that final round. Scotty was up there. Cam Young was up there. Tommy Fleetwood was up there. Siwoo was up there. Bryson was up there. Like, it was a crowd. Sammy Burns was up there. It was a crowded leaderboard. But he did it, and everybody loves him because he just gets up there and he wastes no time. He swings the club. He said it doesn't take a lot of time to make a decision. You just pick a club and hit the ball. And then he was awesome putting. Obviously, this putter right here with the 22 seconds after Burns, his putt. Like, everybody loved Ryan Fox. It was an incredible win this weekend.
Yeah, I listened to him talk about this entire thing that we're showcasing right now. This is the win thing.
Yeah.
That's the way. Don't worry about it. Not even think about it, please. I already seen it. Yep. Thank you. If you could actually get your shadow. Yep. Let me win this. I listened to him talk about it afterwards, and he mentioned it's just how his brain works with golf. It's very fast. If I was to slow down, I think I wouldn't be worth a something. He said some New Zealand metaphor.
Sure.
A bag maybe.
Or the pice.
Yeah,
Worth a roo.
I forget what it was. Yeah. I don't know if that's New Zealand.
I don't know either. Just see that area.
Close to that area.
Yeah, well, I think they'd be probably pretty. I think that is kind of a little bit of a thing.
Worth a kiwi maybe or something.
Yeah,
like
okay,
that.
there we go. Flight of the Conchords, right?
Yeah, exactly.
New Zealand, like Australia, just closer, I believe. Murray, check. Brett, check. Oh, my God. Flight of the Conchords, absolutely unbelievable show. Business socks? Are you kidding me? Business time. Am I speaking to a group of people that have never seen the show before?
No, I've seen Flight of the Conchords.
Definitely, I have not.
Never seen it. Never heard of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, 9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler.
Eddie Bud.
What year is this? Us growing up?
Us, yeah, HBO, man.
Never seen Jermaine?
Oh, my God. Britt. Oh, real
Like
rock
summer-
star, Britt. You broke a TV. Oh, my God.
Summer Heights High?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
similar.
God.
Similar?
Maybe.
We could go.
What?
From what I learned about New Zealand through that show, they all got great personalities.
Okay.
I mean, they are hilarious.
They do the
wildly talented.
The Haka?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you bet.
So, actually, fun fact Ryan Fox's dad, member of the rugby team.
Dang.
So he
I
is
can
that
see
good.
You didn't
that
see-
build makes
Yeah,
sense then.
You didn't see him doing the Haka at 18?
I
It was
did not miss
unbelievable.
it.
And then
I
Ryan
missed
Fox, granddaddy, his father's father, cricket player, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Foxes have been representing for New Zealand for a long
that.
time.
The
And
McCaffreys.
Ryan finally, exactly, this is like the McCaffrey family. Ryan finally got a chance when he fucking turned that cockeyed thing just like, I mean, you're told to keep that thing. Remember? I was told head on a wall. Head on a wall. Don't break the plane here. Okay, you do that, you're gonna duff, obviously. And then what's he do? He just goes like, I'm gonna drop that thing down and
Oh,
do
that
this.
was, that was the gimmick lesson in Augusta, though. But what does every golfer that has come on here tell us? Men, women, old, young.
Swing your swing, bitch.
swing.
They don't say that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
Is
do.
that what they
Just like
say?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they say.
But you're right. I mean, if you start piecing this together, Scotty Scheffler, his feet can't stay still.
No, they can't.
No.
no.
You got to keep your feet planted in the fucking ground. You want to get solid base. That's how you're going to do that thing. And then Scotty Scheffler's feet are running out of the tee box as fast as he's swinging the entire
Hammered it.
club. And now I've seen my most recent major winner. That guy, he doesn't even turn his hips.
No.
That guy turns his hips before he even swings that thing. He go ahead and open
Yeah,
that front.
pre-locked.
He opens the front one up and says, hey, listen, I got a swing in here now. I got to do a little bit of this. This guy's a legend.
Yeah.
How old is this man?
39, I think.
He could be anywhere. I'll tell you what, if I was to guess, I'd say, all right, anywhere from 32, 57.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing. Okay, he could be anywhere in there.
He's 39.
Okay, so he's in there at the beginning.
Didn't start playing competitive golf till 17, I saw.
Man, we got this guy for another 30 years.
At least.
Look at that. I'm not going to turn my hips at all.
Wow.
I'm not doing anything.
So much head movement right there.
Yeah, right. Everything. And then also his follow through is what, I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah.
This
Fred
guy's-
McGriff.
I love this. Swing your swing.
Crime dog?
The amount of times people have told him he's got to get his hips. Hey, you got to really get your hips into this thing or you're going to be behind it. Hey, you're dropping your shoulder. You're making a C. You're supposed to take all your weight and turn it to your front foot. Everything that I have done with my golf swing is basically this, and it's ended me being shit. And him winning a major, this guy's an inspiration.
You know what his nickname is?
Inspiration?
Inspiration Foxy.
Is that right?
Well, he inspired me, and we appreciate that. Okay, as we can still get a little bit of soccer juice. Sorry.
Football.
Football.
Can I ask one more question about this tournament?
Yeah. Which one?
The soccer one or the golf one?
The golf one. To our resident cheater in golf, Foxy. What the hell was going on with Bryson?
Oh, that was a big storyline.
Yeah, that was a lot.
If you want my honest opinion, we got to let that one go, boys.
Oh, you
I mean,
would,
why
see?
are we giving
Cheater.
this guy a two-stroke penalty?
with
And why
you.
are we holding up the entire field from knowing
was
when they're
Bryson.
playing the next
Well,
day?
that's
was
because
his
Bryson's
fault. That was
saying.
Bryson's
That was
fault.
Bryson saying, "Oh, is that right? Maybe I'll fucking come tomorrow." And I want to let you know, I
Performative
respect,
son of a
too.
bitch.
I
love
respect that move. Him saying, "Is that right?"
Taking my ball and going home.
He was out on the range
And-
just being performative.
And my 3D printed clubs.
Yep.
And my golf ball, and I'm going home to my YouTube channel. You've seen my home. I chipped a ball over it 13 times. Now, I think that last one's really what gets them. Now, I have heard some of the golfers come out and they say they didn't think this was worthy of a penalty. Now, this is the last one. There was an entire time beforehand where he was walking behind it too, seemingly searching for it. If you listened to him or if you watched him in the box, they had two boxes going whenever they debuted. Here it is. So up in the top left is live in... Okay, so up in the top left is them showing the golf. The lower right is him getting the penalty. Okay, so this is bottom right. He doesn't know that the top video exists. Okay, so currently he doesn't know that bottom one, while he's pleading his case to these rules officials, he has no idea that it's all on camera. Okay, now How'd they find out about it? Was it maybe a social media video, which they're not supposed to do, right? Because social media critics or hints cannot lead to just because somebody has to see it on something. There's some sort of rule there that takes place. But during the currently version of this, and remember, Bryson had not been nice to any of the media this entire week. The commentator goes, does he know we have video of the whole thing? And then the video shows him, doing a little bit of this, certainly doing some of this. Certainly doing one of these.
I mean, how's the guy supposed to walk over the...
That's my next question.
You don't hit it there.
What are you supposed to do? Is he supposed to go in on his tippy toe? I don't know. Now, granted, there was clearly competitor in him, clearly taking a step and probably...
Yeah. Let me mat this down.
Yeah, exactly.
Classic move.
Okay, definitely doing that. But how was he? Is he supposed to tippy toe? Because I don't know, because the super golf people were like, this is obvious. And the commentator was like, does he know the golf video of this? And it's like, how is he supposed to go? And there was also a slew of individuals there earlier looking for his ball as well. And I think they were all maybe doing
Yeah, he told him to.
A standard.
Just kidding, allegedly.
They were all under. It was just a fascinating thing. Now, I would like to say, just from my perspective, because this is all I can do, like if we were on a grass field as the holder for Vinatieri, and we go out and we go to a spot and it's clearly shit, and this does not make me a cheater, and Vinny did not know I did this, but you would certainly try and maybe even like make like a little bit of like a T as you're going down there, like maybe not a T, but like at least a little bit of a higher spot if there's something down there, or like kind of, not like drastically, but you're certainly going to try to create something to be a little bit better than absolute shite. Now, you're talking about like a half an inch of something as opposed to being down in a dump or whatever the case is. And there's stories of guys like putting things down so it's a more accurate spot and stuff like that. In my particular world, I assume this is a big deal in the golf world on how you handle all this shit. So I think that's why everybody came out and was like, to assess him a 2-stroke penalty, I think they're all speaking from future situations that they might find themselves in.
Yeah.
And they're all like, I don't know. Because to your point, I don't know how you're supposed to walk through there. I don't know what's allowed, what's not allowed. I think that one where he pushes it down and out might be the one that gets him, but that was allowed. Scotty Scheffler was allowed too. D-Butch, you see that?
I didn't see Scotty. I saw Rory's comments. I didn't see all of Scotty's comments.
Okay,
Rory's, I guess, made more of the rounds because of, obvious reasons.
Yeah, Rory just said, I fucking hate the guy.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
I'm defending this guy.
Here's what Rory had to say.
I'm not particularly fond of him. I think a lot of it's performative. I think a lot of it's for attention.
And that was when he was asked his opinion on Bryson. He was like, I don't know if I'm the most fair opinion. I'm not particularly fond of him, this entire thing.
They barely had you.
Clearly not. And remember, Bryson had this with Brooks there for a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
There are multiple people who have come out publicly and said, I don't like him about DeChambeau in the golf world, which is abnormal. My tweet said, I appreciate the amount of moxie it takes to say this in 2026, because Rory knows exactly what's going to happen. As soon as he says that, he knows it's gone. This is going to be a gigantic ordeal. So I like that he just stepped in Barry's box to say, I'll say it. I hate that guy.
He's the worst.
I don't mean I like it. I'm not picking Rory's side over DeChambeau's side. I'm just saying in 2026, this is rare, it feels like. But this is a very rare thing for us to experience.
Absolutely. These are two guys who are, still somewhat in their prime. We're going to see these guys playing in majors for years to come. Hopefully we'll see them matched up on a Sunday pretty soon here. Awesome. We'll really see the drama. What was that, the U.S. Open where they were when Bryson won it? When they were playing together, or no, Rory won. I forget which one it was, but they talked about not speaking pretty much the entire match, and then that was kind of a thing made about it. So I love this kind of another chapter in this drama with Bryson, kind of against some of these tour guys.
Great job bringing that up, because what I was going to go to was Scotty losing his mind on himself and the golf ball and the tee ball.
Love that too.
I love seeing it. I really did enjoy it because golf was missing a legend, a star, if you will. And then Scotty came in and he started playing good, and everybody got, hey, this guy's milk, bro. I'd rather watch actual paint dry than watch this guy do anything. They're saying he's boring.
Yeah.
It's the most boring guy to ever be a superstar in the history of sports, I think. I think they're bad for golf that this guy is so good, is what was said at the beginning of this guy, who's now voicing frustration with a golf ball at a major, obviously, and swearing within earshot of other people. Now he's become so comfortable in who he is. That's why I like this. And I can only go from my perspective. There was nothing in the history of my life that has made me more angry than whenever I was a good punter at a time in the NFL, and I thought I hit a good ball and it was a bad ball. Because then you don't know what happened, and also you are shit. You are not worth it. You've committed your entire life to this, and you can't even do it whenever it's supposed to be good. You get so mad at yourself. And every time I hit a shank, my body was forced to tell everybody. Okay, I just natural, wow, big loud one. Always have been like that. Every sport, whatever the case. Mom had to tell me in college, actually, hey, whenever you miss, they zoom in on your face. So your fuck that you yell is everywhere. So I started looking down, right, because it's happening. I think a lot of people have gotten into it. Scotty never liked that. But we always knew he was a monster inside. Like, to get to the top of any mountain, you have to be an absolute psycho, I think. His work ethic, his passion, his competitive spirit has to be insane. And in golf, it's just a matter of what? That much being off for one particular day? He finishes top 5. Everybody's saying he's nowhere near being good. But I like that we're starting to experience, like, actual competitive dog, Scotty Scheffler, right in front of our eyes. And I'm excited to watch him continue to battle through this. He's having one of the greatest seasons of all time right now with how he's finishing, and nobody's saying he's playing good, D-Butt. But I like that we're starting to hear the inner thoughts kind of come out on.
Yeah, all these top 5 finishes, and the only question you have, hey, is Scotty okay? Is he going to be all right? What kind of changes he's going to make going forward? That's the testament to kind of his greatness. But to your point, golf is kind of that only sport that I can really think about where almost everything is in your control. Obviously, the weather, the wind, all those, but you can take those things into account, and then you're just standing over. You can take as much time as you want and hit this golf ball. You can do it somewhat with punting as well, but you still have people, running at you. Somebody's got to snap you the ball. It's a lot of things that got to go right. As a corner, damn near nothing was in my control. I can have a perfect rep, and Julio Jones just makes an unbelievable catch, and then you just got to go on to the next play. So, golfers, they have their shot, and it's so funny. You'll see him hit a shot sometimes, and they just look so confused, like, oh my God, like, what happened? That was the perfect number. I hit it well. The wind was right. The flag was here. But yeah, to hear Scotty and just see him, I guess, being more of himself. I'm sure this is what he is when he's golfing in Dallas with the boys, but to see him when the cameras are on a real tournament is super dope.
Well, and even just going back to International Schlaubbach, like starting this entire not this tournament, but the season. Like at the Players Championship, Schlaubbach was telling us, like, hey, Scotty off the tee, he's still trying to figure it out. And how many months later? Is it 5 months later or 4 months later, whatever? And that is still what's going on. Like you mentioned how much of a psycho he is. How many tee shots do you think he's hit since the Players, trying to like figure it out and perfect it? And then in the, the last major of the year, he's still having these screw ups. Like that would drive that guy specifically insane, because I'm sure he's probably figured it out in his head or on the tee box in a practice round, whatever. And then to do the same thing and for that to be the result, I probably still keeping him up at night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little bit worried about,
See?
Like I'm not saying worried about his performance. I'm worried about his health. He's not going to sleep. I mean, this guy, he's going to be in hey, good luck out there, Scotty.
Go get him, Scott.
Root for you, Scotty.
We are pulling for you, man. Hard times whenever you don't know what's wrong. That's in a muscle memory position, sport type thing. When you don't know why something's not working, that is a tough spot to be. That is a lot, because now you're jogging on the field. For me, question marks. Like, okay, last thing you want is to have a lack of confidence going out there. But now it's like, is it or is it not going to show up for me there? Like, if you're a person who plays a slice, right, inevitably that thing's going to go straight, and you're going to say, shouldn't have played the slice. So you're always wondering, like, is it going to show up? Is it going to show up? Is it going to show up? Never want to be in that position whenever you're on the biggest stage. That's just not. And to put but it does happen, by the way.
And to put a bow on all this, he is
it's definitely human.
He's plus 270 to win this week, which in golf terms is
there you go.
Insane.
Exactly. Yeah, and he'll figure it out. Last thing, before we are joined by our World Cup pundit from CBS Sports, the NFL players made quite a stink.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They made some noise.
A lot of it.
Hashtag worth the cost. I like the movement that we're going with this particular time. Acknowledging that it's going to cost money to flip over the stadiums from turf to grass. Acknowledging that, like, yes, this is going to have to be an investment of some sort for you guys, as opposed to just saying, give us grasses for our health. Now it's like, hey, we're worth the cost, man. Think about the contracts that they're giving out to these high-end guys in the NFL. We're talking $50, $60 million coming right around the corner. $100 million somebody's going to make a year. Okay, that's probably 5 years out from now. Who knows who's going to be that person 6 years out, depending upon which streaming services come in, let alone all the other partners. But there's a lot of money going into these players and into these rosters. So they're wondering, at what point does it become cost-effective to roll the dice with literally hundreds of millions of dollars of assets on something that you can control and can change? I like this initiative. I like this angle that they're doing because they're acknowledging, like, yeah, this is not a cheap thing to do. But we're not cheap either. And losing us in the middle of the season is your biggest Achilles heel, no pun intended, to continuing success in your ratings. Whenever you lose, well, how many quarterbacks went out? What was that, 2 years ago?
So 70.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then there was, 4 weeks of prime games that were like shit in a row. It's like the players are your biggest assets, your best assets. They're wanting everybody to kind of invest a little bit more in what they're playing in. I respect this angle by the players. And coming through in the World Cup is clutch because they didn't say give us this grass either. Because now we've learned that the soccer grass.
Well, you see.
For light.
Is bad grass.
Not great.
So you would know. I wouldn't know. Beautiful grass just looks like.
It's just what we get told every single time the players come out and say, well, how come you could put the grass in for the soccer? And then the owners always come out and say, we could do that. You want it? Is this what you want to do?
The soccer grass is.
It's not meant for this.
Yeah,
it's not meant for this.
Made for 150 pounds.
It's not meant for this.
Oh, wow.
It's not meant for this.
None of that.
Not meant for this.
Can't roll great in that.
It's not meant for this.
No, certainly not.
But I see a lot of that out there.
Yeah, but they're 150 pounds.
Yeah, soaking wet.
Yeah.
Erling.
Wow.
But he's not doing a lot of that. He's doing a lot of this.
Yeah, he's walking a lot.
Yeah.
Stalking his prey.
Zero. Jumping.
Zero. Boom.
That was That was absolutely filthy, mate.
Unless he gets tired.
Oh, shut up.
How would you?
Come on.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who became our soccer pundit throughout the World Cup, CBS Sports Golazo legend, and also international soccer star. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Grella.
Boys, what's going on? You guys are the funniest, man. I was just listening to that. So good.
Nice.
Where are we at? We're right, though. Everything we said was right.
Amazing. On point, and funny.
See, that's the thing. We've learned the soccer here through you. So we would like to say real quick, hey, Grella, thank you, man.
Thank you, Grell. Great work, live.
Grazie, Paisan.
My pleasure, boys.
I think you had a great World Cup with us. I think you had a great World Cup in general. And let's just get right to it. I shared it on my story today because it was a hilarious parenting moment from you. My kid told me, my son said he wants to be an astronaut. And I said, yeah, right, kid. You could probably say it better than me. You said, you're going to have to work like a dog and pay your taxes like the rest of us. Basically, what you were saying is a lot of people think they're going to be able to beat Spain and be special, and then Spain does what Spain does. Was this expected by you? And are they going to do this for the next 5 World Cups because of how young they are? Is that what we should expect going forward?
Pat, it's possible. And listen, like in sports, we have storylines. That's what we love. We love to tell the story. I just don't like when we get too far away and we get into fantasy land about like these storylines of like, one guy watching another guy in a bath, 20 years apart, the third place game and what it means for this guy and that guy. Like at some point there's there's sports, right? And we know it. We all know it well in this room. It's discipline, it's hard work, there's reality and it doesn't get more real than working every day and paying your taxes. So that's why I thought that analogy made a lot of sense. But ultimately, a lot of neutrals will say, well, that Spain game was boring. And it probably was to like the untrained eye. It probably was a little bit boring.
It was so
Thank
boring.
you. Yeah, we're pretty boring.
Noobs.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Yeah, we're pretty boring.
But when you guys go to the Mona Lisa, is that fun? Like
I'm not going to
boring.
Mona Lisa.
Why would we do
what are we
that?
talking about? I can't even take a picture of her.
That's true.
But I'm saying like that the good things in life like are elite, and I'll tell you a couple of stats just off the top of my head. Like Spain ran the most at the highest speeds, turned over the ball the most than any other team, offered the ball, offered in spaces the most. So it was the team that did things that were like hard to see from the untrained eye, but did them at the highest of levels. So for me, it was like watching, one of the top teams in the world do their thing, and they kind of just like nullify teams, like we talk about Mbappe and Haaland and Messi and all these players, and that's great, and that's awesome, and Bellingham and Kane. But you know what's cooler than that? Conceding 10 shots in the entire tournament. That's a lot cooler. Like, you know how hard that is to do? 10 shots in 8 games? You've only conceded 10 shots in 8 games.
Hold on. So that's 11 shots in total, right? Because Belgium scored on him one time. So they faced...
No, that's counted in there, Pat.
Oh, because I thought he had 10 saves.
Oh, I don't know. It's whatever it is. It's close.
Okay, so I think he had 10 saves. So that would mean there's 1 goal with Belgium. So that's 11 total shots, right? Is that what that means for the whole fucking World Cup?
8 games.
Against them, there's 11 total World Cup. Go back to that passing thing, though, because let's talk about this. You said they just nullify people. I mean, Messi didn't even touch the ball for however long it was. He was nowhere near it and never going to get an opportunity. Spain had 763 passes in the final. In Argentina's third, okay, the final third, 215 of them, which led to 27 crosses. You know, they're swinging it a lot. We're swinging, seeing who has the opportunity, who doesn't have the opportunity. Oh, Yamal's over here with 2 guys. He can kind of dice. Let's go ahead and try that. Oh, let's swing it back over here, okay. Argentina, 41 passes in Spain's final third there. That led, obviously, only had 7 crosses in there, which it put in the mix. It doesn't really matter because you can't get down there. And then anytime Martinez made, which stood on his head, World Cup final record for the amount of saves that he had, got lucky on a couple, who cares on it all. As soon as he get it, he had that big leg. I think he wanted to showcase to get the ball to Messi. And he just booted it right back to him. And then it's like, all right, they got the ball for another 20 minutes, it felt. They did that to everybody. And is this what it's going to be for the next 10 years, 20 years with this group? Because they're so young, I've been told, too, Grilla. I've been told the Spain team's so young, and they just have pounded everybody that they've faced. It doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, so there's a few factors at work with Spain. They have been playing this way for a very long time. It's in their culture. It kind of is birthed out of the Barcelona way of playing. A lot of the players obviously play for Barcelona as well, but it's ingrained in Spanish culture. And the thing is, the idea behind it is, at least from what I understand, is like they have the ball, and they are not anxious to go and try and score. They're not like trying to play vertical all the time. They're happy to keep it. They're happy to wait until you get out of your spots and out of your, your shape, and then slowly pick you apart. And I think, a lot of people say, oh, the possession, and they're so great with the ball. Yeah, that's one side of it. But because they're so good with the ball and the spacing is so good when they have the ball, they're able to easily press from those positions. So because they're in tight little triangles, when the ball turns over, they're able to go fast from those positions and get it back right away. So like, when other players got the ball, opponents got the ball, it just felt like there was 3, 4, 5 waves of pressure that never seemed to go away. And then if you beat that pressure, the defensive transition from the rest of the guys was so good that it was like you didn't even get rewarded for going past 2 or 3 guys. So it was like they figured out a way to really control good teams. They made France look bang average. They made Argentina look like a Sunday League team yesterday. I mean, they made the best player of all time not even get a sniff in the game. It's really anticlimactic for large parts of that game because of how good Spain are. So, again, if you're the fan that wants to go and see 10 goals in a game and you want to watch the third place match, that's great. There's a spot for you, but it's not in football. It's in something else, maybe in badminton or I don't know what else.
No, I don't know if badminton's going to take people's attention away from soccer. I do think Messi, even if he scores there late, where they get a couple chances, they get a couple chances there late, like that would have been expected, I think, from Messi. Like I think I would have expected that. Just like when Yamal was lined up for that free kick. And Martinez makes a big save. I'm like, holy shit. I feel like we're watching an actual crowning ceremony happening right now because hitting a nasty free kick in a World Cup final is a quick way to cement yourself as an icon forever. I mean, that is easy stuff. Huge save out of Martinez, obviously. Him putting that on frame in general is just
he was unbelievable.
Outrageous. Yeah, the goalie?
Yes.
Yeah, unbelievable. Outrageous.
2 best players of all time.
But then he gets a little bit too excited. I got a big leg too. Right back to him. It's like, this is over.
How about the Spain player that Messi had that volley? If he did, he just
in the face,
right in his face, probably going in.
That's hockey culture, by the way.
Yeah.
I like that they're doing that. Look at that, Grella. You soccer
just
players
ate it right in the face.
And Argentina was trying to tackle Yamal the whole time. Did we expect like that much physicality? Is that what soccer is always like, or is this a recent event that we're very physical? And also, no bitching. Yamal didn't bitch one time. They were trying to tackle him. I didn't expect that out of him. He earned my respect yesterday in a huge way just because of the way he played, but also he was just walking away after they were clearly hacking the hell out of him and wasn't yelling about it, which I respect. Is this how soccer is now across the globe? Should we expect a little bit more physicality?
I mean, after the final whistle, the fisticuffs.
A little bit of a Carl Anthony Towns choke slam almost coming in there at the end. Is soccer a little bit more physical right now? Did we know that?
I got to tell you something. Pat. In our golf group here in New York, we've got all hockey players, football players, NBA guys, and they're always on me every single day in the chat because, like, I'm the soccer guy, right? And we're like the weaklings, and we're like we're all that, right? So they've come to watch me play in a couple games live, and the first thing they say after the game is like, "Holy shit! Like that was a lot more physical than we thought. Like we can't believe the speeds and like the way you guys are hitting each other." I think also what's unique about soccer is like there's different angles to the contact, which makes it really interesting. So, and I'm going to compare now the World Cup and how they refed it to kind of what the NBA was and what it is now. And I think you could almost say, and correct me if I'm wrong, what the NBA playoffs are like versus what the regular season is like.
Yes.
So, like, fans want to see across the board a more physical game. Like, I think they want to see a more physical game in the NFL and the NBA and in every single sport, especially in soccer. And I thought the refs did a pretty good job of, like, letting guys play. And I think it was a big factor that Argentina took advantage of. They knew that that was going to be something that they could take away from other teams. I mean, the way they abused England physically, from a physical perspective, like after every crunching tackle, they're just whispering in their ear and yelling in their ear. Obviously, yesterday, look, didn't go their way, but they wanted to fight to the end, right? So I think Argentina a little bit known for that, like having that extra little bit of bite. So, but it was a great game. And listen, on the flip side for Argentina and Leo Messi and that group of guys, they were 13 minutes away from stealing that thing. They were 13 minutes away from getting into penalty shootout. And Spain had lost the last 5 of the penalty shootouts, or they've won 1 of 5. So they lost 4 of the last 5, which means Argentina probably would have taken that away in penalties. So really close to getting the job done. In the end, I think the football won, and I think pure footballists or purists of the game appreciated it.
Yeah, I enjoyed just soccer coming into America and doing its thing.
It was awesome.
Legit. It was nice to take a trip down memory lane for me. Yeah. You know, it was nice. It was nice to get back into the soccer world as much. You know, TST was obviously a nice month down there in Cary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What I loved about it all? I loved that we did a great job. The United States did a great job at putting this tournament on. It's the highest attendance. The last time that happened was 94, also in the United States. I love that cultures came here and they blended and we celebrated so many different cultures. And at the end of it all, every single culture almost and every single fan base goes, yeah, that's the best one. The United States of America is the best it gets. Best restaurants, best infrastructure. I mean, I just really, I think it's a moment where the country should be pretty proud of the show that they put on. In the way that people really enjoyed the whole event.
Amen, brother. Good for us, good for our country, good for soccer, good for sport. And we appreciate the hell out of you because we do know that, New Jersey hosting the World Cup final is so abnormal. New Jersey has no good soccer players come from it.
No, never.
That's what they say.
None. Not one.
Miola.
Miolo?
Tim Hahn.
Tony Miolo.
Yeah. He's more of a football player.
Miola played for the Jets, Pat.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, center.
Yeah, right guard, yeah.
I saw that. No.
Yeah.
He had a heart attack.
No, strong base. I mean, the legs on the guy's pretty strong.
Jeez, you guys are bad guys.
Squat 550.
Almost made the Pro Bowl.
Tony Miola.
Miola's a bull, man.
Yeah. Bingo. That's what we're saying.
Hey, please tell Paisan we said grazie for everything. And to you, we say thank you so much. You've been great for us and obviously soccer as a whole. Hopefully you get a chance to travel down to Australia, maybe just one at a time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One at a time.
I don't think England's too happy with
I saw
him
Aussie
either.
yesterday where I was, Pat. I saw an Aussie yesterday.
Did he know you?
Oh, yeah. He had a lot to say. Yeah.
What did he say?
What did he say? What did it sound like?
Oh, he was just going, Grella this, Grella that. I said, you can fuck right off you.
I can't do it without
you.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
All right, you're the man. Ladies.
But to be fair, he goes, you were right. I said, I know. I've been saying it for 3 months. You guys are not very good.
Grella, you've been saying a lot of people aren't very good, and I'll tell you what, it's going to work out, I think. Now, I didn't like what you said about Ponch last time you were on.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
We need to keep Pochettino, okay? Hey, do you want to stick around for our 10 favorite goals from the World Cup?
Sure.
Okay, now listen, Grella.
Yeah.
We only got 90 seconds of highlights.
Yeah, what? Keep it tight.
That's it. This is a lot. Let's not. Whoa.
If we go over 90, the show's off air forever.
Yeah. Whole building blows up.
Boom! Thunder, boom.
We
is what
usually do
they'll call
great
it.
with shot clocks.
90 seconds is all we could show of the place.
Mm-hmm. Do we even know if the highlights are less than 90 seconds?
We had to check. One of them that was sent in was 48 seconds.
Yep.
So that one's not
Beautiful goal.
That was Jude Bellingham in the
Magic.
third place game, fucking faking like 6 different shots. But the only way you can really see what he's doing is this close 8K zoom in slow motion one. Because he does like this like 3 times, and the guy every time thinks he's going to get it. And Joke said, Gumpy's like, that's got to be on the top 10 favorite goals.
Yeah, get rid of it.
Third place game. It's 48 seconds.
He got sued by Jude.
90 seconds of airtime here, Grella. Okay?
All right, let's do it.
But if you do have something to say, we would encourage you to say it because you know soccer better than anybody that has a microphone right now.
Keep it short.
Yeah, but what we're saying, though, is...
There's a kid about to come through your window, too. I love it. He's just bouncing around in the background.
Hey, tell me he ain't going to be an astronaut, kid.
If I pause the video,
Wait,
does that
you're gonna
count?
play 10 goals. You're gonna play the top 10 goals in 90 seconds right now.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's actually
our
like 14.
favorite. Yeah, it's 13. No, don't give away the gimmick. It's our favorite 10. Favorite 10. Okay, we only got 90 seconds in total.
It's over under. I say we get through 5.
No, we can't. We got to get to the. We got to
think
get
5?
To
I don't know if we're getting through the first group of 3.
We just got to zip it.
Okay, ready? We got 90 seconds.
Wait, Foxy said, can he if he pauses it, the 90 stops?
No way can that be.
No.
Last thing we need to
No.
be doing is pausing any of these clips.
Although that is a pretty good loophole.
No,
you
it's
could-
not it's not a loophole.
No, I know, but you could argue.
It
wouldn't work, but I can see what Foxy's thinking there. That's
No,
not
because
bad.
it's on the screen. So what we need to do is
Pause and remove from the screen.
No, we need to go the other way. We need
You
to
need to go.
we need
go.
to fast forward these things.
Okay.
Let's not start fast forwarding yet.
That's it. If
Bruce Brown has the clock. Bruce is on the clock back there. He has the stopwatch.
we can make a call. If FIFA comes at us, a lot of calls being made to a guy these days. We can make a call.
I don't know if we want to get into those waters. I don't know who owes what. You know, you know. Anytime you're making a deal with anybody, there's always another end to that. No free shit. Rule number 1, basically, around
I'll be
here.
in fatigues next week.
Don't worry. Mick Fist will crack skulls.
All right, boys, we're wasting Grella's time.
Yeah, sorry.
Just got a phone.
All right.
Have to. I mean, come on.
Allegedly, DeChambeau did think about calling a president.
That's right.
Made us immediately think of when, Tiger was walking back from the knee that he was taking. All right. 90 seconds. Lock in, Grella. This is a lot on the line. This is a world problem.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Our 10 favorite goal moments from the entirety of the World Cup. Number 10, Mbappe rips an absolute screamer to become France's all-time leading World Cup goal scorer against Senegal.
Well done.
Filthy.
That was good.
That was what, like
Great,
3
very
seconds?
Yeah.
8 seconds there.
8.
That felt like less than 8
was
seconds.
14
Did you start?
But we didn't show it. It's when it's on the screen, not just.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 seconds.
7
Okay.
seconds.
Okay.
Pissed off.
7
Good
seconds.
start.
What did you think about that? What a goal by Mbappe, who wins the boot.
Yeah, the golden boot.
The golden boot there.
Back to back.
Filthy. Long distance too, right? A lot of the strikers do it from close distance. That one was from long distance, so showing off all the tools,
All right, we're going to skip the second Mbappe one because I am a little bit worried about the clock. Number 9, our favorite Viking, Erling Haaland, puts the exclamation point on Norway's win over Brazil with an absolute left-footed clapper, low and away, side panel. I'll tell you what, this big Viking man, this big blonde beast from Norway, certainly took over the entire country. People loved him. He put his little cowboy hat on.
That's right.
Had his little cowboy boots
He
on.
was a superstar,
Was kind of dancing around. Took a raccoon home back to the land. Who does he play for? How can we follow him, Grella?
Manchester City, he's a monster. You can watch him in the Champions League, obviously Premier League, the Carling Cup or Carabao Cup.
Carabao.
Oh, the
FA Cup.
Carabao.
Yeah. So he's a monster, man. And by the way, for young kids out there, shoot through legs. He does it all the time. That one goes through the legs of the defender. Keeper doesn't account for that space. What a goal!
Tree is 80% air when you're golfing.
Sorry.
Shoot for the
Except for
legs.
me.
Yeah, well, especially it sounds like you get your ass beat out there on that golf course by all the other sports. Maybe start representing. We are only 15 seconds in, boys.
Here we go. Good pace here.
This is pretty good pace, actually. We need to keep it up. Let's go to Harry Kane. When he gets an absolute banger to take the lead over Congo. Remember, a witch put a witchcraft curse on him.
Sick. Touch of class.
Feels
lad.
like we've seen Harry Kane play soccer for about 40 years now. He's still in his early 30s. Going to play in another World Cup. He's been good for so long, Grella.
Purest finisher in the game of football around the box. Everyone will tell you that. So that goal is incredible. Just the angles, understanding that one's going to go the near post. That goal is all him. And I don't know how many other strikers could score that quality of a goal.
Also, great tan, good hair.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Uh-huh.
He's going to Kansas City Royals game.
That's right.
Great accent.
Playing golf with the president.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. How
People
about
love
his
that.
socks up over his knees? So
Yeah,
cool.
classic Harry.
Way too much swag for
Harry.
for what you.
For Harry.
For a Brit?
No, I'm not going to say that because there's another Brit we fell in love with. Let's go to Hey Jude. Second goal in less than 2 minutes to give England a 2-0 lead over Mexico in Mexico City. You remember Jude Bellingham took over this game. Not only did he say, "Hi, how you doing?" He said, "Hola, muchas gracias, mi amigo." Second goal against Mexico. It was a beautiful moment. They haven't lost in Azteca Stadium in like 100 years or something like that. Obviously, the night before, the Mexican fans who we all fell in love with during this World Cup were up all night doing fireworks outside the England hotel. We love that you're here, but also doesn't mean you get to sleep when you have to play us tomorrow.
That's right.
Little home field advantage. I enjoy that. Let's go.
Who picked the order here, Pat? Who picked the order?
You know who?
Gump?
Kinda. Him and Bruce, actually. Yeah.
Oh, that's why. That's not a great goal.
I told you about the other one, Grell. It was 48 fucking seconds, all right? Guy scored 7 goals, and not one was from the spot. Let's put some respect on Jude Bellingham.
Okay, all right. Let's go to number 6, shall we? This is Argentina's Lautaro Martinez as he eliminates England. The sun used to never set on the Royal Empire. And Martinez said, "Good night. It's not
That's
coming
Fernandez.
home."
That's Fernandez.
Oh, fuck.
That's Enzo Fernandez.
Pickford doing, man.
Come on, man. Fernandez is his name? We got to go
That's
back.
Enzo, yep.
Laturo had the next one.
24?
Goal 2.
He got the red card yesterday, Pat. He was the one who got the red card and put Argentina down to 10 men.
Damn shame he got a red.
Can't believe he got a yellow talking back to the ref.
Yeah.
I do like that they have this rule now. You can't do it anymore.
Immediate red.
They got so sick, everybody messaged trying to cheat you. Hey, this guy just did it.
You saw it?
And then he comes in pretty hard. Okay, so what's old buddy's name right there that just put England to bed?
Enzo Fernandez.
Who?
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez. That's on me, Enzo. 100% my fault. Let's stay in Argentina, shall we? How about when Messi says, "Give me that hat trick"? This is the first of them all to open the tourney. Hey, what's going to happen with Argentina this year? Has Messi still got it? Yeah. He does. Outrageous. Let's stay with Messi, shall we? How about whenever he draws the Egypt 2-2? They were down 2-0. Messi crosses it. Drops back to him.
Firecracker.
That's beautiful.
People don't know how hard that goal is to score. They don't understand. It's on the half volley. It's on the half bounce. To keep that down and split the defenders is like, it's not normal.
Okay, because you're trying to get it as it's either coming down or immediately after the hop.
Yeah, I mean, well, he didn't have the luxury of deciding when he was going to hit it. He had to hit it at that moment, so he had to do all the calculations. And then on the half hop, like, is it going to hop hard, soft? Is it going to take a skid? Like, so many variables there, and to flush it like that, he's a flusher, man. He flushes it all the time in the box.
The guy's a plumber out there, clearing pipes, flushing shit, no problem.
Except for yesterday. Oh, you
didn't get the ball. Okay, let's go to a country we learned of through Grella, who said Cabo Verde. Say it. What's her name?
Cabo Verde.
That looks nothing like how it's. It sounds nothing like how it's spelled. By the way, what's the country's name again?
Cape Verde.
Thank you.
There it is.
That's I mean, I could have said that.
That's it.
The other one's
Sidney Lopez Cabral, nasty, right foot. Hi.
That not number 1.
That was against the number 2 team in the world there. Congrats to Cabo Verde. And now let's go to the number 2 goal of the moment in our eyes. Ferran Torres scores the World Cup winner. Incredible header back. How you doing? Keep it moving. Lefty blast right to the badge.
Wow.
Thought he should have scored that other one, too. They called offsides because his shoulder was out there. He's just not. That's only good for number 2, folks.
2.
Yep. How much time do we have left? 27 seconds. 26 seconds.
Run it all.
Won the whole thing.
Nah, it wasn't worth a damn in comparison to the threefer that we have at the number 1.
Oh. All right.
Flo Balogun scores his second goal opening night against Paraguay in LA. Lefty. Hey, we're going to win the World Cup at that moment. Then let's go to the end of that game. Gio Reyna, final goal in stoppage time. Swerve nasty. Blasty. Goal! USA's going to win the World Cup, and then our favorite, obviously.
Best goal of the tournament.
In the knockout round, our best player. No questions asked. Hi.
Down to 10.
Tillman's our guy.
That's a beautiful game.
We still got 10 more seconds. Go back to Messi. Go back to his first goal. The first, we got 10 seconds. Go back. Yeah, this one. Ladies and gentlemen, to start the World Cup, Messi, also known as Lou Messi, a native of Argentina, a citizen of Miami. Hey, go!
Amazing. What a player. 39 years old. Oh, crazy.
He needs to run it back.
With
the United States
For
of
us.
America. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Michael Corrales.
Yeah, baby girl.
89.4 seconds.
Boom. Great work.
Boom.
Well
Wait,
done, sir.
Great
well
job.
done. So you're telling me Lou Messi is just going to go back and play the MLS now?
Well, they got a game on Wednesday. We'll certainly see that.
okay.
See how that goes.
Might miss that one.
Let's pivot away from soccer as the SEC media days are wrapping up down in
Atlanta, I
Tampa
believe.
Bay.
Tampa Bay. I was thinking Atlanta immediately because that is the hub
SEC office.
of SEC, but no, it's down in Tampa Bay. Go Bolts, I saw in the back of some of the signs. Joining us is a man that was down there, former MIZZOU legend and NFL quarterback, Chase Daniel. How you doing, Chase?
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Sorry, we had to steal those 90 seconds. We got them. We didn't know we were going to get them, and then obviously you had to sit there.
I
and
loved
watch.
it.
Okay, good. Did you watch the World Cup?
89.4. That was cinema right there.
Thank you, Chase.
Thank you, Chase. And as
I'm
you
just
continue,
saying.
as you continue to grow in this TV world, I think hitting 89.4 seconds will be something later in life that you will say, I don't know how they.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, especially when you got Messi scoring. All right, I think they scored a goal whenever
Excellent.
they hired you to cover the SEC for ESPN.
See
Welcome
what
to
you
the
did
team,
there, huh?
Chase. Welcome to the team. All right, let's
Thank
talk
you.
SEC Media Days. Big storyline is Michigan's AD is stepping down at the end of the year, or what did we really learn down there, Chase?
Yeah, I mean, look, that was right in the middle of when Media Day started here for MIZZOU. Coach Drinkwitz was there. But yeah, Ward Manuel stepping down into the calendar year. Pretty crazy news down here. Obviously, SEC world and the Big Ten, you're not really following it too much right there. But that was definitely, I mean, we're right outside the hall with all the coaches, ADs. When that news dropped by Pete Thamel, everyone sort of stopped what they were doing, figured it out. Obviously, Thamel's one of the best in the business. But yeah, just not great news for the Big Ten.
Yeah, not great news for the Big Ten. And obviously, Michigan has a national championship in football and a national championship in basketball over the last several years. And all of a sudden, all that's going to be talked about is how it's riddled with controversy all over the place. I have no idea how he'll be judged as an AD. Legitimately, I have no idea. You would have to think it'd be negative, but then you think about the national championships and the amount of development in buildings. What a crazy scene up there in Michigan. Are they ever going to be able to get back on track? And were they ever? What is goal up there? New coach, football from Utah, absolute legend. Whittingham is, I didn't know if it was Whittington or Whittingham. I apologize, Mr. Kyle. I'm a huge fan of yours. I think that's a great start. I think that guy is a stud. I think he's a beast. I can't wait to see what Michigan is under his leadership, and I'm excited to see what Michigan does next. That's a job that a lot of people are going to want. Let's talk about the SEC. You said, I don't know if it was you or Jordan Rogers. I think it was Jordan Rogers said, I saw a clip talking about Winnedad being the most talented quarterback in the SEC.
Yeah.
We got to see him live in last year at his best game down there at the Fiesta Bowl, live in person, and we didn't know if he was going to be able to come back. My first thought after watching him was, that guy could play on Sunday. That guy will make a team with how talented he is. He throws the spots. He's wildly athletic. Nobody's really talking about him. Ole Miss has a chance, I think, because he's quarterback. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Pat. And that's what I said. As you see here, the SEC Network, we had our first show, SEC Nation, which I'm on this year. Super excited to do that. We're going to be visiting campuses. But I think he's the best and most talented returning quarterback in the SEC. That got a little traction because, well, what about Arch Manning? Look, I love what Arch did the last 6 games of the year. But when you look specifically at Trinidad Chambliss' playoff run, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions in those 3 games, and threw for over 300 yards. That really put him on the map. And then obviously covering the NFL a lot more than college football. When I saw his games, I started breaking them down from an NFL perspective. And I was with you, Pat. I'm like, this dude absolutely can play on Sundays. And so, look, I know they lost their entire offensive staff, but Pete Golding, I think he's under the most pressure this year in the SEC because he has to replace Lane Kiffin, because he has those big shoes to fill, and because they lost 4 of their 5 top pass catchers, but they have the best running back other than Ahmad Hardy coming back and Keon Lacey. I think the Ole Miss Rebs are going to do some special stuff this year, man.
It's crazy because I think Lane Kiffin was kind of inferring that Winnedad was going to be traveling down to LSU. And if that would have been the case, I think we all would have been like, LSU about to win a national championship. I think, Tim!
Oh! Timmy!
Tim!
Hey. Love you, Tim. Congrats.
Patrick, how we living?
Hey, pretty good. I don't know if you've seen lately. I'm on a bunch of science, so, I guess you got to talk about that. I'm pretty lean right now, dude. Large shirt, 34 pants, Tim.
Can't say how proud I am of you, man. It's amazing.
Thank you.
What a guy you're becoming.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot to any other, for the boys, anything, Diva, for anybody else, you want to kind of, any other words of thought before football season? We're close, Tim.
Yeah, we're getting real close.
Definitely did not hear if they said something.
Yeah. What did you guys say?
Okay,
All
good.
All right. Love you, Tim.
Hey, we love you, Tim Tebow. We love you, Tim. Congrats on the new deal, Tim.
Thank you. Glad to be working with this guy.
Hey, we were both 07 Heisman Trophy finalists. He won it that year, but Tim and I go way back. Excited to be here. Newest contract extension. He's pumped up about it.
Yeah, as he should
Glad to be part of the team.
Hold on, I
Just
didn't know.
riding your coattails, Pat. That's it.
Yeah, right, Tim. ESPN's still riding the coattails of those 2007 years. And I'll tell you what, Chase, you had no shot if Tim Tebow was in there.
I know.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
One of the best to have ever done it. Are you kidding me?
No, we agree. But
come on.
Yeah, but the entire network that was kind of running the entire thing was kind of, kind of living off of you, Tim. And let me tell you why they were living off you, bud. Because the way you played was the right way. The way you talked about life was the right thing.
Right.
And then off the field, we would find out later, it's not big for Gase.
No gimmick.
This is actually who Tim Tebow is. You're the man, brother. We've been so incredibly kind. We've been so incredibly lucky that you've been kind to us, but also pumped that you got a new deal. We'll see you on the streets of SEC football this fall.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be a fun season. Glad to be doing it with these guys, and look forward to hanging with you soon.
Okay, I'll see you out there, Tim.
Yes. Hell yeah, Tim.
Hell yeah, Timbo.
Hell yeah, Tim. Chase, do you still get excited whenever you see Tim? I get isn't it kind of an interesting thing? Like our generation, he was literally put up there as like
he's
Jesus.
the GOAT.
He was like Jesus Christ. That's how people talked about him. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes. I mean, I tell you, we did the first live show at SEC Nation, right? Yesterday. It was like our preseason show or whatever. And there was tons of fans. Every single person from every school was there, and they all wanted Tim's autograph. Like, it was just like, it was unbelievable. Like, true living legend down here in SEC country. And so to be able to work with him, I mean, he's doing so many other things in football, right? But he didn't have to come back. He didn't have to come back to SEC Nation, ESPN, because he's saving the world in a good way. And it's amazing.
Chase, you're a stud too. Let's not get it twisted. Yeah. But anybody that lived through that generation understood, like, they were trying to make you hate Tim.
Oh yeah,
they were trying to make you, they were trying to make you hate Tim Tebow the way like they were talking about him. Like I think they would say we were celebrating him and glorifying him. It's like, okay, it felt like you were trying to make people think that you guys think that he is actually like this. And I think after we met him, it's like Tebow probably didn't love that he was getting all the attention that he was getting, but also didn't know what he was doing. And he is exactly who the fuck.
It's amazing.
He's
salt of the earth human too, man. Like the dude, and he still thinks he can play. Like you see him squatting 600 pounds, all that stuff. It's unbelievable.
That's the thing about it, Tim. That's the thing about it. I didn't like that they did the whole Jacksonville Jaguar tight end.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. No, I didn't like it.
Should have made it.
I didn't
Put
like
him at quarterback.
They screwed him.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, now
baseball too.
Let's get back some SEC quarterback talk, shall we? Go ahead, D-Bud.
Yeah, the conversation is always about the quarterback, as it should be. You know, the most important player on the field. But obviously, you got play callers. You mentioned Ole Miss losing their top, I think you said 4 or 5 pass catchers. In your opinion, going into this year with all the changes, new quarterbacks, new play callers, new places, who has the best, I guess, total offense in the SEC right now going into this year?
Yeah, I mean, look, if it's not Texas, then something is tremendously wrong at the end of the year. You look at every position group, not just offensively, but for Texas, and they should have position groups, offensive line, receivers, quarterback. They should have the top 1 or 2 positions in all of sport. Forget about this, the SEC, and this is Arch Manning. I don't think he's as under much pressure this year as he was last year, right? He started off a difficult road, but how he's handled that, I think, is a huge deal. And then you go out and you get Cam Coleman, the guy from Auburn. The dude is an absolute baller to go with Wingo. You hit the transfer portal for 2 really good running backs. Hollywood Smothers is going to be unbelievable on the ground. So the schedule, though, that's what I get into with this SEC schedule. The first year, they're going to 9 games. It is very difficult to play week in and week out because you're getting everyone's best shot. But just offensively, the weapons that Texas have, they should have the best offense in the SEC.
All right, last question here is we have about a minute. The big storyline, obviously, for week 1, college game day, going down there to Baton Rouge to see Lane Kiffin at LSU. Go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, Chase, you mentioned everything going on with LSU and all their coordinators from Ole Miss following Lane. What has the vibe been around LSU and kind of towards LSU? And have Lane and Pete Golding had any kind of interactions, or is all of that stuff kind of blown over?
I feel like some of that stuff's blown over, right? But you look at week 3, LSU, Ole Miss, when Lane goes back there, that's what it's all coming to a head, I believe. And you look at Lane and you look at what he's been able to do offensively with quarterbacks. Sam Levitt coming over from Arizona State. Sam Levitt got hurt a little bit last year, but you look back to 2024 at Arizona State, the quarterback that he was, that magical playoff run with Cam Scattaboo and Sam Levitt were there. Like, that was a team, if they can pick up the offense, Lane's better than anyone in the nation to hit in the transfer portal, right? The offense isn't very difficult to pick up. It's going to take some time. Defensively, they're good. But you look at LSU's schedule. This is what I'm worried about. They could have 2 losses in September. They got Clemson to start the season and 2 other college football playoff opponents from last year. It's going to be a difficult road for Lane, but they got to start out quick. Blake Baker, the defensive coordinator, came from Missouri a couple years ago, top 10 defense. Defense is going to have to carry them first.
Ole Miss week 3, A&M week 4. That's what you're talking about for LSU out the shoot. And then
all in September, too.
Everybody has so much faith in Clemson all the time. I'd like to be a part of college football when it happens because I'd like to see the full Dabo experience. Could that be this year? We shall see.
Great run.
Congrats to you, to Clemson and Dabo.
Yeah, it was a great run.
If it's over. We don't know if it's over. Chase, we appreciate the hell out of you, man. We'll see you down the road.
Appreciate you guys.
Chase Daniel.
Also
a holder.
Yeah.
Respect for Chase. Yeah. Down there in New Orleans, he was a holder.
Bayou.
Yeah, I think he won a Super Bowl like that. Oh, why'd you remind me? That's hour 2 on the other side. Come on, dude.
Belle Sessions, who got here at 3 a.m. this morning, was the winner. Her ticket was pulled, and you thought to yourself immediately, what, Belle?
I knew I couldn't do it, and he was next to me, and he said that he could, so we're splitting it.
Okay, so Belle Sessions made the decision to talk to my man, Henry Silver, who Henry got here yesterday at 6 p.m. He's been waiting for this moment. Now, Henry, you told her that you could make it. Why do you think that's the case? Have you ever kicked a ball before?
I've kicked a ball before. I've played soccer my whole life. I think I can do it.
This kick is for $150,000. You said you would split it in half, right? Okay, so let's make it $200,000. If you make it, you will both get $100,000. Where are you from, Henry?
I'm from Fishers, Indiana.
Who's your favorite NFL team?
The Colts.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Come on, bro. Hell yeah. To hell with the Falcons. That was rude. They didn't deserve that. I like that. Henry, 33 yards, 100,000 for you, 100,000 for her, $200,000 to hurricane relief, 400,000 on the line. Henry, are you ready?
Of course.
Have you ever said anything bad about kickers?
Of course.
Shut up. Let's go. Now, here in Athens, Georgia, it would be beautiful if $400,000 would be up for grabs. Why don't we double it because the Georgia Bulldogs? So, $800,000 kick right here, Henry. But what I want to let you know is you're not getting a second opportunity. I don't care if this entire place starts chanting for a second kick. One kick, 800,000 racks, 400,000 to hurricane relief, 400,000 to you two split, 200 grand each. Henry Silver from Indiana for Bell Sessions. Let's go, Henry! Oh, my... Henry! Henry! Come in, buddy! Come in! Let's see this. Let me see this, Henry. That was amazing. I mean, he walked in like, Henry! Congratulations, Henry! Congratulations, Bell! Congratulations, Georgia! What a morning! College game day's the greatest. College football's amazing. Bell, you just won $200,000.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the DraftKings Thunderdome. On this magical Overreaction Monday, July 20th, 2026, hour 2 of the program begins now. Sports are the greatest. We're so incredibly lucky that we get a chance to chat about them every single day. Thank you for allowing us to do this. The Toxic Tape is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. That's a good football shirt. Is that what that is?
Yeah, thank you. I figured it's kind of like a double entendre today just because we had the football tournament and we are 51 days from NFL football. I think it's only like 40, maybe 39 from the first college game day, week 0. So we really are there. We got 2 weeks, and then the Hall of Fame game is here. So it's amazing.
Football season is shaping up to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait. Especially if you have a good football team, which I shouldn't be pointing at you, but some of these guys, they got good football teams.
I got a great football team. I got a great football team. Don't you worry about it. I'm from the town with the great football team.
You ready for the Steelers this year?
I always pull for the Steelers, except for when they're playing against the Colts.
That goes well.
Daniel Jones is
We got 2 teams.
What's Alec Pierce up to?
9-year NFL vet, Darius J. Butler.
2 teams. I like that.
He's back, baby.
I love that.
How many teams you got this year? Have you decided?
I'm still with my 4.
Are you hopping on? I thought you were hopping on the Pats bandwagon. I thought you were back.
I always root for the Pats. I always pull for them. You know, that's where I started. You know, that's
what I'm
Took a
saying.
chance
So
on
5.
Yeah, they did. They gave me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Still root for Tom.
Took a
Still root
chance
for
on
Bill.
You're still rooting for Tom?
Always.
Oh.
How about him?
Even-
a lot of
even
people
if
not
he's been a
rooting for
goofball,
Tom
all
right
right?
now. A lot of people not rooting for Tom.
It's my guy.
I don't like that people don't like that Tom has got a little work going on right now with Logan Paul. How come everybody's upset? Because the guy's the greatest of all time in the biggest league in history, and he's got a $360 million deal with Fox to be a commentator, and he's also a Las Vegas Raiders owner.
I think that's it.
So
I think
people-
those two things you said at the end there is it.
So people don't like that this guy can't go and have a WWE moment with Logan Paul, who was running his mouth about football
There was
players
lot of
as a
other
whole.
Stuff, a lot of other
I wouldn't mind seeing like Stan Kroenke show up at Goofball Fest and smack Bieber in the face, just for the hell of it, and he could say the same thing, like, "What do you mean? We're working here." I mean, that'd be cool. So maybe I should kind of reframe how I think about what Tom did. at
We
Goofball
don't know
Fest.
if it's a work, obviously. We have no
No,
idea.
no.
We have no idea.
Of course. Genuine bad blood.
Real heat at the
Yeah.
World Cup final.
Real heat, let's compete. Rory McIlroy, DeChambeau, same type of stuff happening here. On that note, let the guy live his life.
Exactly.
Everybody wanted to be Undertaker when they were a kid.
But
Yeah,
that-
you're right.
I think
Yeah.
that's what people were saying. Like he could just like go live his life. He doesn't have to do all this.
This
You
is how
wouldn't
he's
do
living
this?
his life. Oh, he wouldn't do that. Bum. He's got white contacts in.
No.
Yeah, commitment to bit, high. Very, very high. And I think he's enjoying the hell out of himself. He's an influencer. He's literally doing everything they buy. He's got to have a percentage of Ruben.
I hope it's a large one.
I would hope so.
I don't know.
He has to. You would think he has to.
Yeah.
Lock and key.
I mean, he's all in. And
Yeah.
this is just like Bill Belichick used to say. When I could yell at Tom Brady, everybody else had to follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
When Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, is doing the entire Fanatics Goofball Olympics,
Yep.
literally everybody else has
I
to
don't think that's what it's called.
No,
No, it is.
It's been
Did we see that movie?
rebranded.
Oh, the chair shot.
One word, Goof Olympics.
It was awesome. Bieber came in there. He impressed me.
Oh, yeah.
We would like to. We're going to put in a request for Biebs to do a college game day field goal kick. Obviously, for charity, would be honored if he was
He's
able to do
making
as
it.
such. I was incredibly impressed by Biebs.
Good
So when I
boot.
say Goofball Olympics, I mean they're having a good time out
Yeah.
there.
Roman Reigns hit a 50-yard field goal easily too.
John Cena delivered a headbutt. I saw that. Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes had a good onside kick.
Yeah, he did. He had good.
Wait, they had onside
Yeah.
kick drills? I
Yeah.
didn't see that one.
And he
I'm
nailed
sorry.
it.
I think he was
basically
trying to
that.
make field goals, but it looked like he was attempting some onside kicks.
Don't do what you
It was
say.
it was just like yours. He probably would have pounced on it. And it was
Okay.
I thought Shakira killed it there.
Joining
too.
us now, ladies. That was at the halftime of
Oh, sorry.
the
just wanted
World
to get
Cup.
that in. Make sure everyone.
And
knew
I
that.
do appreciate the fact that Scatterboo came in and said, I don't have rocks for brains. Okay?
Shit.
If that's what you guys want to believe, that's what you guys believe. Over rotates because he's so damn explosive. He said he didn't hurt himself. Let's assume that Scatterboo is currently sitting like platinum. Just, you think this guy's going to get hurt on a stage? Have you seen what he's done to his body? No. On that note, I don't think I saw one Giants person affiliated that was pumped that this was happening.
No.
Now, granted, he did the backflip at the softball game, landed it right before hitting home plate. So he did showcase that he was all the way back to being healthy. Right here, he's coming out of his Triple H games. Time to play the game. You see it back there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's hard not to get jacked up in there. So I want to wave it off. Let me go ahead and do a 1.5 backflippy here. I don't have rocks for brains.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. Well, he's asked if he had rocks for brains.
Worry about it, Giant.
And he said, I don't have rocks for brains. Thanks.
Smarter and
And then he made a promise that he wasn't going to hurt himself before football, not doing football.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciated him doing that. Everybody's kind of, I don't like how everybody is so quickly out on the sky. Boo. What did Chase Daniels say?
Gotta
Is that what he said? I didn't know we were doing that. Everybody kind of turning out on Scatterboo. I don't like that. So all it's going to take is one time for faux.
And it's 6.
I like Scat.
Me too.
I love him.
I like he's doing backflips right there.
I don't like that. I also don't like, Malik Neighbors legging out a single in a softball game either. I thought Hardball was the adult coming over to run the show. What the hell is going on over there, Bruce?
So when it's time to play the game.
Yeah.
Hardball's going to be, it's going to be hard to talk Scatterboo out of not kind of wanting to lose his shit.
Feeling that.
I like that everybody's in over there. We do appreciate that. Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for the clips. And I think a lot of fans had an incredible time. So congrats to them on all of it. Scatterboo's not hurt, though, Bruce. So maybe Giants fans need to sleep a little soundly at night and not worry that their not rock for brain having running back is going to be A-OK.
Yeah, I mean, that's just Scatterboo football. Not worried about him at all. I will say we do not have a good enough offensive line to have a bunch of fat goofballs get dressed up as our offensive linemen.
Where was this? Was this at Fanatics Fest?
Yeah, this is a goofball fest. They were Jackson Dart's bodyguards, I believe. I mean, look at that. Look at number 76. Who the hell is that guy?
He's going to get used 1,000 times.
That was at Fanatics Fest?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great gimmick.
That guy's jacked.
78? Oh, 76 is
76
wobble
is
body.
yoked up.
Oh, my God.
They're gonna
I
use-
thought that was somewhere off-site.
Now, these guys are at the Goofball Fest.
Exactly.
Tom, Gronk, I'm not, Burrow, those
Gronk
guys
is a
are
king
cool.
there.
These guys?
I mean, Gronk did great out there, too. I think
He went into a big vat of
cane sauce.
Cane sauce.
Really?
Yeah, he got dunked.
Tommy dunked him.
With a football.
You didn't see this clip?
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, live from an attic in Ohio.
He was there.
That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
A man who might be had boots on the ground, eyes on the prize. Ladies and gentlemen, college football national champion, Super Bowl champion, Ryder Cup winner, A.J. Hawk.
Yeah, baby.
Hawker, how you doing, Paul?
I'm doing great after seeing I love that the Giants offensive line just travels with their quarterback in full uniform as well. So these guys are looking good.
I didn't think that was the best look.
You don't think that's the real? Is that not that's the starting offensive line, right?
Yeah.
Look at those pants; they fit perfectly.
That looks like Plum High School's offensive line.
No, it looks like the guys they hire for commercials to play offensive linemen in bad commercials.
Yes, which I think is probably what well, you might have just described as what was actually happening in real time, but it'd probably be a good commercial. We will say, though, it does feel like only negative comes out of Fanatics Fest for most people that participate. Those are things that go viral, except for Biebs.
Yeah.
Except for Biebs. What Biebs was able to accomplish, I think everybody had massive respect for. Casual run-up, a little bit of a kickoff run-up. Nice smooth swing, made all his kicks. I do believe he won the Olympics, sir.
Yeah.
Wow. Goofball title.
I think he did.
Okay.
So I am incredibly pumped.
Trophy for that?
Oh, yeah.
A title, I would assume there is.
Yeah.
He'll get it in 6 to 7 months. All right. All right.
If he's
It's going to be spelled wrong.
All right. Let's move along. NFL players want grass, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Okay? Yep. There was a time, I forget what it was. It was like make the switch or super switch time. Or,
Yeah, Bakhtiari's thing.
I forget what it was.
Give us grass.
Yeah, it was something.
Super grass.
And then, no, I don't think hashtag supergrass was dropped.
Bakhtiari wanted
but
it
it
real
should
bad.
be.
Grass, not ass.
Everybody did. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Turf is ass. We want grass.
Yeah.
Potentially in the whatever the case. I didn't think it was ever going to be successful. Just because what they were fighting for and what they were saying just had so many different counters from the NFL that they could just muddy it up and then just get to the next one. This angle of it being worth the cost is kind of like the angle that all the NFL players are kind of going for. I like that angle. I think that's not a bad angle because they're literally opening up it's going to cost money, but we think it's worth it. AJ, your thoughts on if this is ever going to happen and your thoughts on the fact that when soccer comes to town, somehow they're able to roll this grass. Now, this particular grass is nowhere near good enough for NFL football games, especially with the weight and explosivity and stuff like that. But what are your thoughts on the way the players are kind of angling for it? And the NFLPA released a survey that said 100% of our players wanted it. Okay, there was like 2% that said they didn't. Those are kickers that want onside kicks. There was 5% of people that tell us they don't do surveys. Basically, they're not interested. Everybody else said they want natural grass. How do you feel about this, AJ, and why do you think the players are so inspired by this particular narrative? It feels like this is one that the players are very, very, very passionate about.
Yeah, they are because they're the ones that have to practice and play on this stuff, and it's true. Like the older you get, the more you practice on field turf and play on it. Like they can say all they want with studies and all that. You definitely get injured more on field turf when your cleats stick in the ground, your foot it doesn't come out, boom, you tear your ACL, you have other situations that pop up. I don't know the exact numbers. I don't think we'll ever get those, but I agree with the players. You should have natural grass, but I do not believe this will happen anytime soon for the NFL.
Yeah, me neither. Just because the amount of decisions that would have to go in, that construction that would have to take place, it's just like
and how does it hold up? I guess that's their argument too would be, hey, what about in November, December, cold weather? Like, what does it look like then?
And what were we told? Dr. Stills came on and told us that they got some AI robots scanning every single field during every different climate. And it turns out that actually at some times of the year, there is some turf that is actually better for your joints than there is grass. And this particular grass actually ends up being worse for your ankles because they have all those.
That's what the AI robots said.
They have them all. Remember, every single time this has happened, they have had they've had 1,000 different things about, well, which grass? And then the grass in New York versus the grass in Miami versus the grass in Green Bay, which everybody's like, well, actually, the grass in Green Bay is like a mix, isn't it? That's kind of what we want. That's what everybody kind of wants. And they're like, oh, so we do want some turf now. Then they're able to just, it's like a never-ending, it feels like dog chasing tail. in this, but I like the fact that the players have continued to maintain their passion. So inevitably, if there was some changes to be made, potentially it'll take place. But this is all like seeding, obviously, for a longer term plan, I think, by the players, and I respect it.
And I don't care if you, I don't know if you guys care about this or not, because it's always about the injuries and stuff like that. But I saw there was a tweet going around last week about the temperature of artificial. There was like a picture of concrete, artificial turf, and natural grass on a 90-degree day. It was like 85 on natural grass, 140 on artificial turf, and like 130 on concrete. I don't know if that's part of it too. I assume players wouldn't want to be playing on 140-degree turf because, I mean, we did it in high school. Like, our turf field was insane because it was the black rubber pellets. But I don't know if that's part of it as well.
Yeah, and inevitably, what do we know is going to happen here?
Nothing.
We'll talk about it.
Who's the next CBA? Because if they do for the NFL, this would be a big.
But then, how do you? Does the NFL then? Would they mandate with people that own these stadiums, like, hey, you got to put grass in if you don't have it?
Yeah, and then who's the NFL?
And what if you have scrub grass? What if you have terrible grass? Do you have to upgrade? You have to tear all that up and put new grass in?
Got to reach the standard.
Yeah, so we found a quote from Stills on our particular show where he said, like, there's 30 different services, basically. Like, here we go. We got 30 different services because every single stadium is different. It's not just the material, but how you maintain it. There's a lot of research happening to get the safest surface necessary. So they can always say they're trying to get the information on it, which I think they are trying to do.
Yeah.
But when push comes to shove, how much money they have to invest in it, worth the cost, I believe. You got hundreds of millions of dollars of contracts out there on the field. Okay, those are very important, very pricey, very expensive assets you have on there. You're just kind of rolling the dice with shitty surface every single week. Why wouldn't you want to do it? It's worth the cost. And then they go, okay, yeah, sounds good. Can't use a stadium for 6 months. We're going to have to go play somewhere else. Mm-hmm. We got to build this thing up. We got to flip this thing out there. Who's doing all that? We are? You?
How are we going to recoup
the money? Can't host all those concerts and different things in the off season. Can't do, like, I guess you could, but it's going to be just a lot more work. And also, what about the places that don't have retractable roofs? That you can, I would assume we're going to continue to have turf there. They're not going to find a way to have grow lights inside these domes, are they?
No, that's what I'm saying. So we would just like to say we are on the player side.
Worth the cost.
I agree.
They're 1,000% worth the cost, and we appreciate what they do for society and for us specifically. We are on the side, but we just fear that they'll be able to punt that thing around.
Yeah, tough sell.
They'll be able to kick that thing around. They'll be able to muddy it.
Or in the next CBA, be like, yeah, we'll put grass in all of them. You guys get 26% of total revenue.
And also, how about this? No pads in training camp at all.
Yeah.
And players are like, no pads at all. That'd be really nice. And the owners say, we don't give a fuck how you practice. We don't care. Are the stadiums still full? Yeah. And then everybody gets hurt week 1 because they got no pads and it's over. Mm-hmm. Just like what happened with offensive line play whenever they changed the offseason to you're not allowed to exercise around each other. And then you're not allowed to have a ball either. So now quarterback development's – and, there's always ripple effects for all these things. But what the NFL normally gives up in the owner's eyes has nothing to do with Sundays.
Yep.
Having to flip a stadium into a whole different – that would certainly affect on Sunday. And very rare does that happen. But I think they should. We'd like to go on record, all in favor of them flipping all their stadiums in a 2 to 3 week period.
Deal.
Okay? So it doesn't take too long to the right super grass. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? So on the record, we're on the record.
Yeah, unanimous.
Good.
We're natural grass guys.
All right, let's vote now. Do we think it's going to happen?
No.
Okay. Carry on. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who maybe knows a little bit more about something that might happen, actually, even though we think that it's probably never going to happen. There's a lot happening in Washington, D.C. right now to protect college sports, more specifically an act named after it. Will that be able to get through? Also, what's going on in Michigan and from SEC Media Days? Joining us now, the authority for college sports, college football in particular for this particular conversation, ladies and gentlemen, Pete Thamel.
Yeah, Pete.
How you doing, Pete?
Pat, I've never been better. How about you?
Golly.
Wow. Yes.
You lift me up, You lift me up. You do whenever I get a chance to chat with you. No, because that tie is perfect.
Oh, my God.
The Windsor knot, Pete?
What is that, Pete?
I wouldn't recommend wearing a tie in Tampa in July if you're ever vacationing here, Pat. I know you have an affinity for ties, but I'd stay away.
How about that?
Maybe a sleeveless tank might be better fitting.
Okay, that's what I'll do if I'm ever down there in July. I will certainly do that. I'll let the ties kind of remain in your particular field. Let's talk about your field. Big story out of SEC Media Days. Ward Manuel will step down at the end of the year, so he'll have another college football season, I do believe. We were chit-chatting about this. National championship in football, national championship in basketball. I think a lot of new facilities. I think a lot of development probably around not only the big sports, but also Olympic sports. And then obviously riddled with controversy all over the place. How do you think his time at Michigan will be viewed? And inevitably, how did we get to this point right here?
Well, Pat, two very different questions. I'll start with how we got here and then go to legacy. We got here just for an accumulation of scandal. I think the surprise of today was that today didn't happen sooner for Ward Manuel. And we look at, obviously, the Connor Stallion scandal, which Ty remembers fondly. The Matt Weiss arrest, which is really serious, really serious business. What happened there? And then there's the obvious, we could go through the whole grand recounting of Michigan incidents, which was capped by Sharon Moore's firing and then arrest in the wake of his firing. I believe Michigan's on 4 years probation in football for Stallions. There were a lot of show causes. He survived an unusual amount of reputational carnage because Michigan won. And this has felt inevitable for a while. There had been a Michigan presidential change that was expected to happen. The gentleman, Ken Severd, who came over from Syracuse, encountered a serious health problem. That was thought to be Ward Manuel's exit ramp, but he stuck around. And now they're kind of going to give him the rest of the season. And look, this $12 million internal report or external investigation of Michigan's culture didn't really have any smoking guns in it, Pat. But which basically meant Michigan couldn't fire him for cause. So they tried to hold hands the best they could and find an exit that doesn't look like a firing. And that's where they ended up. He will be still owed somewhere in the neighborhood of $6 million, at least by his contract. Now, there are obviously buyout discussions over the last week where they came to some sort of conclusion on that. They have not revealed what that is yet. And Pat, look, the fans will remember the winning, right? That's what they remember. They'll remember Dusty May cutting down the nets in Indy, and they'll remember the conclusion of Ty's favorite college football season, 2023, which ended with Michigan winning the national championship and an undefeated season. In college sports, we've learned there's a high tolerance for shenanigans as long as the winning was there, and the winning was there for Ward Manuel, and that will definitely be part of his legacy.
There is a high tolerance for shenanigans, isn't there?
A really high tolerance. There's also a high tolerance for cheating and for, some other discretionary action we don't really need to cover here right now. We all remember them very well.
Why does that always seem to be the case, you think?
Well, I don't know. I think they kind of hide under the guise of being a Michigan man when really that's a flimsy bullshit expression for kind of saying you can do whatever the fuck you want if you go to Michigan.
That's not actually Pete Thamel saying that.
Don't let
please
for the audio
version.
There he goes again. There's Greasy Pete again. We don't need that.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We don't need that.
That was Ty Schmidt dabbling back with the Connor Stallions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. All right. We are, just for the audio listeners, that was not actually Pete saying all of that. Okay, that needs to be said because we don't need him putting on his
big boy pants. Yeah.
What are you?
Yeah, crazy.
Hey, Pete, good for you, dude.
Hey, Pete.
Good for you. I know that had to be absolute hell to deal with just day in while you're trying to lock in.
Just doing his job.
45 different conversations, trying to lock it in. Hey, we're thinking you should probably go through the back door here and not let anybody see you. Why is that? Well, don't you?
Yeah, we don't know what they're going to throw at you.
Yeah, you need to just kind of go this way. Hey, Pete, we appreciate you doing that for journalism.
Pete.
For journalism, Pete.
Good work, Peter.
Journalistic.
You want to hear a funny story, Pat, about that?
Sure.
Yeah.
The day I did the report from the stadium, they assigned a police officer to me to walk with me. He was a very nice gentleman. He was from Dublin. I don't remember his name. But we were walking down the tunnel, and the stadium is completely empty. It's like 8:30 in the morning. We're just chit-chatting about Dublin and whatnot, and we were going to go there for game day the next year and everything. And a Michigan fan walks up the tunnel and has some very terse words for me that included a couple of very pointed expletives. And this very pleasant police officer looks at me and goes, "Oh, they really don't like you here, do they?"
Oh, the Irish accent saying that, dude. Just in real time, that guy realizing, oh, I might have to actually do some stuff here. Eh? Oh, okay. All right. I thought this was going to be a nice, pleasant walk. That's awesome. Pete, well, way to staying in there. And obviously the fact that you continue to do so is why you are the authority. Now, you're fresh out of SEC Media Week. Go ahead there, con man.
Yeah, Pete, is there a feeling from the SEC schools like, hey, we got to take football back from the Big Ten? Because it seems like every single year the SEC just gets blown out of the water by the Big Ten. I know we had some sort of Hembo stats, and I think the last the last 4 meetings in the CFP between Big Ten and SEC's combined 135 to 54, and it feels as though the days where the SEC dominated football is completely done. So is that kind of a feeling over there at these meetings?
Yeah, Connor, it's undeniable. There is an SEC slump at the highest levels of college football. The last 3 national title games have not included an SEC team. We've had a Pac-12 representative, Washington, in the national title game more recently than we've had an SEC team in there. So they will be quick to tell you that that there's parity 1 to 16. They're as deep as anybody. But really, what may be more concerning for the SEC is they've lost a lot of those Iowa Vanderbilt-ish middle-class games. Brett Bielema was quick to point that out recently on Twitter. So what this modern era of college athletics has done, I call it the Panini effect, right? It's taken the top and pressed it closer to the bottom and taken the bottom and pressed it closer to the top. And that has not let the Nick Sabans and Kirby Smarts, as they did, stockpile 5-star recruits. And, if you have a very good recruit who's not playing going into his 3rd year, he's going to go transfer to, Arkansas,
West
Illinois,
Virginia.
somewhere else. And yeah, there you go, Pat. West Virginia. They're going to go get snaps, right? Snaps are the greatest currency right now, along with actual currency in college football. So the brand attraction of all these top recruits just doesn't have the consequence that it used to, and that has hurt the SEC in particular.
Yeah, I think the SEC knows it. I think they understand what's going on. Nick Saban had been talking about it for a couple of years. Like, hey, listen, a lot of opportunity up north all of a sudden, especially with the way NIL is. Are they going to be able to continue to keep up? I'll be excited because I know the Big Ten, all they're thinking about is how do we get more money, more money, more money. Their schools are all thinking, how do we get more money, more money? I assume the SEC is doing the same, but those business schools in the north, man, they all a couple 100,000. Can you give 20,000? Yeah. Can you give 30,000? Can you give 75,000? Can we pick up an offensive lineman here? Somebody just graduated from somewhere that just has a new finance job out of one of these schools. Oh, I want to help out my school get a cool parking spot at the games. Give $45,000. You put that together with another one of his friends. All of a sudden, you got a guard now that's kind of not too shabby. Yeah. It's like that is what the northern. That's just from me witnessing this, like actually witnessing this happening. But a lot of the northern schools, it's not just 1 or 2 of them. It's like 6 of them, 7 of them. They got this because the business schools are so good. And I think the way that works is your network's your net worth. So if you get into school, you're kind of automatically getting into a job. It's kind of doing the entire. I don't know the entire process, but it feels like a lot of people have been getting fucked because they don't know the people. But the people that do know the people, they do get jobs, and they're able to kind of go ahead and do it. That's kind of what's happening in Big Ten right now.
Yeah, it is, and I think Big Ten has more depth like that. But Pete, correct me if I'm wrong. LSU and Texas, reportedly, the 2 most expensive rosters in college football this year.
Yeah, Tone, I think that any top 5 spender list would have to include those 2. Texas probably pound for pound the most talented roster in the country, and I think LSU and Pat will certainly see this in week 1, the most tantalizing roster, right? Certainly some high end players, some stars, some questions. A coach who is we're anxiously awaiting his presence here at SEC Media Days this week in Lane Kiffin. It is in many ways LSU is the story of college football this season. So they have been not afraid to spend at LSU. I think it's like $70 million just in like dead buyout money between Brian Kelly, AD, basketball. They are all in.
The governor said we a bad deal.
Yeah, he did.
The guy think we gotta pay. I don't know how that worked. that was awesome.
Yeah,
there's some sort of fraud. Look at the.
Did we miss his game?
The coach with the deal with the agent. Go ahead and look at the guy. I mean, you start. We gotta fucking pay this guy. This guy lose football game. A lot of them.
This is your best one, by the way.
I love him, man. I love that guy. Jeff Landry.
The best.
I want a tiger. I'm putting one out there. I grew up with the roar. Guy's the best. He is the best. But him coming out and going, "We're a public school. I mean, we're paying this guy. God stink." It was unbelievable. And then all of a sudden, yeah, we'll pay Lane again. Remember, because he was like, "We're not doing the guarantee.
Yeah.
I'm not doing guarantee. We can't. We'll bankrupt our state."
It's going to be based on how many wins they have.
Yeah, and then
It's
Lane,
kind of a rolling
and
contract.
3 weeks later, Lane Kiffin, biggest contract in history. I can't wait to get down there. Pete, I think you should start your first hit of the year, especially down there, and just go, "Hey, oh."
I will not do that, Pat.
Pete, I think that would be awesome, if
awesome.
you did it. Everybody's thinking I'm going to do it. As soon as I get up there, everybody's thinking that. What if I go, "No, I'm not going to do it. New me, by the way. New me down here."
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, Pete Thamel, let's go over to Pete Thamel, a little bit of an update going on. And Pete goes, "Well, first, hey, oh." That would be,
All time.
Pete, that would be.
Have to do it, authority.
All right, let's dump this. Let's dump this.
Okay.
Smart, yeah.
Nobody will know it's coming.
No.
That's a part of the entirety of it.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine him? Suck that. Pete standing there. Hey.
I mean, I wore the white suit last year. Wasn't that enough, Pat?
It was good. It was a good start.
Yeah, but remember, I mean, going back to Connor Stallions, one of our first ideas for you that was.
Oh, man. That was
the
a
one.
big-time miss. That could have been
UN reporter with the
riot gear.
Yeah.
Full with the hard hat on.
Yeah.
With the
Bulletproof vest.
the whole media.
Yep. That
right
was one of our
across there.
best ideas.
Yeah, that's. I think if that happens now, maybe we're listening to a little bit more.
Maybe.
You know, maybe in there. But the thought of you in the middle of that Michigan Wolverine crowd, just with
Getting
the entire-
tomatoes thrown at him.
Boom, bang. Sucks for you. Great for TV, though,
Yeah.
is what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
So, and what are we trying to do?
Produce good television.
I mean, I already get it from the Oregon Duck. Isn't that enough?
That's awesome. I love every time that happens because that's early morning over there. So that's a good. Hey, that gives me a good juice.
Yeah, and that's just the Duck. The Duck just wants to be on camera more than Big Dom.
No,
You know?
Watch
This
it.
guy.
You don't talk about Big Dom like that.
Watch it.
He would have got me chicken cutlets at the home run. Sorry, Pete, we have to get to something that is big in college sports. Obviously, Protecting College Sports Act is happening. There's a lot of things kind of a part of it that are rolling out that maybe we didn't know or were learning of in real time. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Pete, it seems like one of the big sticking points on that was what that the conferences now will be limited to 19 members being in. Why is this such a big sticking point? And like for the Big Ten and the SEC, every time we've kind of talked to whether it's been Petiti or Sankey, it doesn't seem like they're too keen on adding members anytime soon. But why is this such a big deal?
Ty, so I think anytime the Protecting College Sports Act is discussed, it has to be discussed with the fact that it is still a Hail Mary to actually become law, right? There are still myriad deal points that need to be negotiated, talked about, renegotiated. This is the focus, though, because realignment is the infrastructure and paradigms of a multi-billion-dollar industry. And what has happened in college sports as they have invited Washington and courted Washington in some ways to help them with their issues because of antitrust is you get a lot of unsophisticated opinions that come through. So we've seen a couple of iterations already of realignment and what it could look like here. And Maria Cantwell, who is the Democrat from Washington, she's obviously been a vocal proponent of Washington State, which got left out in the cold in the realignment. So she's been particularly invested in realignment. And the prior iteration to this said group of 6 teams wouldn't be able to move up. Well, that didn't sit well with Maria Cantwell's own constituents. So there's been another evolution. It was going to be 20, and then that got negotiated down to 19. The Big Ten has 18 teams. The Big Ten and the SEC would obviously want to add Notre Dame and would, that they are the belle of the ball. Everybody else in realignment pales in comparison. So with what this is now, and is just being discussed as this now, it hasn't been written in paper yet, but this is the latest evolution and iteration, Ty, would allow the SEC to then add 3 teams. The Big Ten would leave room for 1. Both would certainly covet Notre Dame, and then there would be others, obviously, North Carolina high up on that list, Clemson, Miami, etc., who would all want to fall into place. The other aspect of this is that if you are in a power league and go to another one, you have to be an independent for 5 years, which is a fairly wild thing to really walk through if you're going to if you're going to be like, okay, what would it like to be an independent for 5 years? You'd have to operate on limited revenue. You'd have to find a schedule. Like, that is a bad existence. You are operating in the netherworld of college athletics for a while to get to the other side. It seems particularly cruel. And I've already heard today, since we put that out this morning, from some places that do have the aspiration to move up, that they would obviously push back strongly against that, and they would get their senators and their congressmen. So I think what we've learned, Ty, from this bill is that we can all sit around and point out the problems in college athletics. That's very easy to do. The solutions are intricate and they're difficult, and you have unsophisticated people addressing them. And that's why, like, hey, let's put a 19-team league in, which no one ever in college athletics would actually say, because the math doesn't matter.
Yeah, and this is always a part of the problem whenever you're looking for legislation, is you're going to have people involved that obviously don't know ball. Now, with that being said, I think everybody understands that we need some sort of something to take place for college sports. And now the details are what are going to have to get kind of ironed out. When do you project something happening to kind of preserve the back end of college sports that we all can kind of see is not sustainable, right? I think we all kind of understand that.
Yes, Pat, and that's been, a consistent line really since NIL started to take off. Now, 5 years ago, right? Lot of skepticism around the industry that, even if the Big Ten and the SEC align with the politicians and get something together, there's still like a long, difficult road to get the bill passed, right? This is DC. This is politics. Things can get kneecapped and sideswiped in an instant. It is a road fraught with peril when you rely on Washington for that. So if that doesn't happen, then the self-governance movement would obviously be the next thing up, where these leagues have governed themselves in different aspects, even during my time covering college sports the last 25 years or so. So it's not a radical idea, but it would certainly be a shift. And the biggest shift would be those were done in days where everyone offered scholarships and things were relatively equal. Now it's, well, would the cap be here? Would the cap be there? It would cause a whole new set of issues and finger pointing and everything. So look, problems apparent. Future unsustainable solutions are going to be a very difficult high wire to navigate.
All right. Well, hopefully you'll be the one up there like the Walendas or the Walendas. Hopefully you'll be up there with that big stick.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. maybe I'll come out with Red Panda at LSU, Pat.
That'd be sick. You wish.
Hey! I think that's what you need to do.
Probably not.
God,
just do it, Pete.
Come on. So awesome. Nobody would expect it from you. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Pete Thamel. Reese.
Yeah.
Welcome to Baton Rouge, and he does his entire thing. And then before we get started, and then they say, and he goes, whoa, it's going to be that type of morning, and then right into the...
Maybe Saban leads off with it.
Yep.
Oh, anybody but me.
Man.
I'm telling you, me walking onto that stage and 4 people telling me on the way up there, hey, we're trying not to promote that. Okay, thank you. Hey, nice to see you. My name's blah, blah, blah. I work with You've probably been told we're trying not to,
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got that. Thank you so much. Hey, this is Big Time Alumni. Hey, what's up, man? I'm Pat. Nice to meet you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, it's going to be a wild morning. Yeah, they told you we're trying to. Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Promise.
Herbie goes, how is it? I'm like, they really don't want that Tiger thing to really happen, huh? He goes, why? Why? Herbie, Why? Because Herbie does this kind of like, I don't know, like 3 people just like stopping and were like, don't do that. And Herbie goes, so I go, we kind of have to. But then as you lead the morning with that, you kind of sit there like, that's pretty aggressive.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
But they're fans.
Also,
I didn't create it.
They're calling for
You're kicking off college football season.
Also, just showcasing they are a great fan base.
Oh, yeah.
To be showcased.
Top tier.
Yeah.
Saban
said his favorite thing about it is if you stood at the 50 right in the middle of the field, you could actually smell the whiskey. He said that was his favorite part of it. He said it was great. I've never experienced that before. You could smell the whiskey from them.
Take it in.
Doesn't matter what time
Respect.
the game is. Yeah, they get after it. And now with Lane, too, there's going to be a lot to celebrate.
Oh,
He's doing deep shots. They're going to be going fucking.
Tossing clipboards.
What a season we're going to have.
Where's LeBron James going?
LSU.
Maybe.
He might.
Never played in college.
Yeah, true.
We do not know what the NIL is down there.
Baby.
Miami Heat have become the odds-on favorite.
Wow.
at the greatest sports book to exist, DraftKings, now available in all 50 states. If you are of age and agree to gamble responsibly or trade responsibly on the predictive market, we would love for you to join us at DraftKings. You can now bet a futures bet on where the hell LeBron James will end up at. Miami Heat, odds-on favorite. Obviously, he had a run there. Riley took his chocolate chip cookies. Is that something that he just forgot, or maybe some people should remind him? Obviously, he had a lot of success down there. Some say he learned how to become a champion down there in Dade County. Cleveland Cavaliers, well, that's where he's from. Just a kid from Akron. Is he going to go back home and bring him another parade? Is he going to say, you know what? I left a couple times, came back home, won a few times. I think I did pretty good for my hometown. I think I did pretty good for my team that was so ass that they actually got to pick me.
Yes.
You know, people forget that. That's how bad they were. Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry. This is where it makes sense to me that he would be going. If he's leaving the Lakers.
Me too.
Team USA running mate.
I don't know how the Pacers got on this list. I don't know if you guys made this list or not, but I don't think the Pacers were supposed to be on there.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton's the only one that's interviewed him publicly since this whole entire thing has happened, okay? So, and we forget, remember, chewing on gold medals together. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah. Said he would die for Tyrese.
Yeah, and I think Tyrese said, LeBron James poster actually in my room. That's how old this fucking guy is. He's still playing in there, so obviously he has massive respect. So maybe strictly because he knows what Coach Carlisle and the Pacers are about to bring next year. And if we did add a LeBron James to our team,
man.
all of a sudden, you know, we winning the title. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who is an Olympic gold medalist. He's an NBA All-Star. He's the man who interviewed LeBron James last week, straight from Goofball Fest. Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite, Iowa State Cyclone, Indiana Pacer, Tyrese Halliburton's here.
Yeah, baby Tyrese!
Hallelujah! He is moving very good, isn't he?
Okay. Yeah, you like the mismatch?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah, see? I told you get some adult versions. I'll wear them.
Yeah, I need some of those, too.
Yeah, those look really. Are those yours as well, or are those just other Pumas?
No, these are other Pumas.
Those are sick,
You started walking out here, I said he's wearing Nikes. That's what I said in my head. I said, this guy's wearing Nikes. Those shoes look good.
I would never do something like that.
I know. That's why I was so confused. That thing will get you. You don't have to move it.
Okay.
It'll get you if you're up there. No problem. How are you doing, brother? You look incredible. You walked over here. There was no hitch in your giddy up at all. How's the Achilles feel? How's the body feel?
Feel great. Shingles is basically beyond me now.
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
For the most part, I've lost the weight. I feel great. It's the best I've felt in a long time.
Okay, so shingles coming in the middle of your rehab. I'd say at the tail end of your rehab, right off your Achilles, you were starting to really get after it.
Yep.
And then shingles said, why don't you go ahead and experience one of the worst things you could ever experience.
Yep.
You're going to have some nerve stuff. It's going to make you think you're itchy. You're not itchy, but you are itchy. And all day, every day, you're going to have to deal with it. Oh, yeah, it's going to get in your eyeball. Can't really sweat sometimes either, so the working out's going to have to pause for a bit. You're going to be uncomfortable. For you to fight through that, get to this side, how do you feel? And are we all systems go for next season? And LeBron James going to be a teammate? You were with him.
First part of the question, I feel great. Body feels great. I still I'd be lying if said all the shingles is gone. Like I still have some nerve stuff going on in my eye sometimes where I'm really itching my eye. But for the most part, like everything else is gone. LeBron being my teammate, it's not looking good. You know? It's not like
Did you put on a good performance?
I texted him before Fanatics Fest, and I said, "Hey, you should come be a Pacer." And he responded with 6 laughy cry faces. I thought it was 2.
6?
I thought it was 2. I said during our interview that it was 2. Then I went back and looked at the text. It was 6.
Is that 2 lines, or is that just one straight across?
One. You know when you send 1 or 2 emojis, it comes big, but when you send so many, it goes back to normal size.
Yeah.
It was 6 in a line.
So it took up a majority of the screen, him just laughing in your face.
Yeah.
Or is he laughing like obviously?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And did you not interview him good over there at New York?
Goofball Fest.
It's not called that. It's called Fanatics Fest.
I think I did a pretty good job. I like to think I did a pretty good job.
Did you do good enough to sway him to play for the Pacers? Or?
Yeah, that didn't. No, I wouldn't say that. He tried to avoid every free agent question for the most part. But that was the first time I felt like he publicly acknowledged, like, I got a big decision. These are the things that I'm concerned about, and
we'll make it soon.
Can you riddle me this? Every team would want LeBron James on their team? Like, if he was to come to the Pacers, obviously we'd be excited because you're a true point guard. So, and Spicy P, obviously A-OK with
Zubac.
whatever the case is. The whole team ready. It feels like he would be a great match for our particular team. But are there certain teams that you look at and you're like, I don't think that would be a good place strictly because of play style, if that makes sense?
No, I don't believe that.
Everywhere.
I think if he said he wanted to go to any of the 30 NBA teams, that everybody would say, please.
Are you sending him voice memos too? I saw Lou Cornett send him a voice.
Yeah, great one.
Cornett sent him a voice memo?
He did, yeah.
Comedy.
He posted the voice memo.
Yeah. Well, Bleacher Report did. I don't know who let it out, but somebody let it out, yeah.
I have not seen it.
Well, it's good. Well, for the good of the city, let's get into voice memos. Let's start recruiting here a little bit. You're going to have a good time.
I was in person. One-on-one conversation.
High five, and let's not talk about you coming to the Pacers. I like you being that hospitable because maybe he'll appreciate that in the end. Let's talk about this Pacers team, shall we? How do we feel? Because I saw you at Saturday Night Main Event. Good appearance by you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
You did really good. And I appreciated your angle in which you were talking. You said, you ain't beat me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the way we're going all year?
For sure.
Is that
For sure.
That's our angle.
I'm very thankful to WWE for continuing to allow me to show up, and it was pretty cool because I think there's some parallels between what Seth and Roman got going on and what me and Jalen got going on too at the same time. So I thought it was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, a couple Midwestern guys coming out there and just, kind of stealing a big city guys, kind of limelight. I like what you're doing there.
Yeah.
The angle, though, of you ain't beat me, I like that. We're saying that all year. Like, the Knicks didn't have to play the Pacers, though.
Well, no, they won. Give them their flowers.
Yeah, give them their flowers.
Give them their flowers. Congratulations to them.
But the team that did the gardening last year didn't have an opportunity to do it. Do you feel like we should be as confident in this Pacers team as we were 2 years ago?
100%.
If that makes sense.
100%.
Okay, so we should blindly be coming in super duper confident.
I don't think you don't need to do it. Why are you blind? You don't have to do it blindly. I'm right here. I'm telling you. Yes, you need to be very confident in us.
Let's go, boys.
Okay.
I saw Tatum at the ESPYs. He's real tall.
Oh, yeah. Look out. He's freaking jacked, too, bitch.
Oh, we worked out together well, first of all, that was extreme. That was extreme. I'm going to let that slide because, you got the shoes on, so that's love.
Two different pairs.
Yeah, that's fire. We worked out together that morning, actually, and yes, he is very tall and very jacked.
Why is he wearing a tank top? Did you see his shoulders? He's the size of a barn. Of course, that's why he's doing that. He was very kind, obviously very tall. His recovery from Achilles made us all excited about you. Is that an accurate thing? We should be thinking about that. Like, how are the workouts going in the gym? Are we making shots still? Are we missing shots? What's going? How are we? Are we feeling explosive? I know you were thinking about putting on a little bit more weight. Is that still something we're thinking about at this moment?
Yeah, for sure. I've lost fully transparent here. From shingles, I probably gained like a cool 15, 20 pounds.
We saw it.
Yeah. That's why, the internet is a good place sometimes.
Tyrese, Halla.
Tyrese's.
Yep.
Halliburger.
Yeah, that's all part of it. But I've lost most of it, but I feel like I've gained what I've gained before that, like the good weight. I feel like I still have, so I feel great.
Yeah, because you're in bulking season.
Yeah, and then bulking season came like bulking season, you know what I'm saying?
Shingles on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now you're in cutting season.
Yeah.
Shredding season.
Yep.
Because you got to get ready for a big softball game.
Yep.
Why didn't you invite Darius to play in your softball game?
Darius, you can come to my softball game.
You can come.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No, I want you to come to my softball game.
Nah, see, that wasn't because you invited a toxic table out there.
Yeah.
And the boys are super excited.
We are.
And all D-Butt was doing is, why am I not allowed?
Yeah, I did shoot one up.
D-Butt, you are more than welcome to come to my softball game. I want you to play in the softball game.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
We did that. Hey, he's bringing back that softball game. When
Paul
you
George or?
Yeah, Roy Hibbert, Paul George, Robert Mathis.
It hasn't been a thing since Paul was there, and then he got traded like the week later. So, yeah, I'm bringing it back.
Okay, we love that. Who's all going to be a part of it?
We're working on it right now. Obviously, a lot of Pacers and Fever members, of course, but we got some names in the works. I don't want to tell everything right now.
It used to be Colts verse. It was like
we got a lot of Colts guys coming too. Yeah? But then we're just working on getting some more celebrities outside of Indiana.
Nice. What are we doing? Home run derby? Or how's it kind of go? Just a game?
I think just a game. I don't think we're doing a home run derby. Should we? It's
I don't know.
still work in progress right now.
Tough.
The home run derby does steal clips early. Like J.J. Watt does a softball game, and I think he does a home run derby before it. Who else? There was just one.
The Bills and the Patriots, in their own respective ones, did a home run derby.
Yeah,
I
Drake
believe.
May had a home run derby at his very recently here.
Yeah, everybody does home run derby beforehand, I think. You obviously don't make everybody sign up, but it's just a moment to,
Shorbo be off that day?
He's on the Colts team for sure, if that's going to happen.
I don't think Shorebo's signed up to play in too many charity softball games in season.
Yeah, but he's got to beat the Pacers, the Colts.
Come on.
Sure.
Just give him a call.
Yeah, well,
He's a football guy.
That's up to Tyrese if he wants to put that call in. And
Are
try
you
to
the
make that
commissioner
happen.
of the game, or what are you?
I'm the
Umpire?
captain of my team.
Nice.
I'm the host. Yes.
Are you playing?
I am playing. Yes, sir.
We don't need you doing.
Are we on your team?
I don't know yet.
Shit.
I kind of do. Do you guys have to be on the same team?
Yeah.
I would appreciate it if we were on the same team.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you're
No one-
drafting the toxic table to it.
You're drafting them together.
Yeah,
Good.
as a tag team. Yeah, we'll be interviewing together.
Duo. Okay. It's August 24th, so we got some time till we get there.
August 24th. You know what's happening August 14th?
What's August 14th?
It's coming. It's a big day.
What's August 14th?
Thanks for being a friend, dude.
Just wait.
Thanks for being a friend. When August 14th comes and it happens, you're going to think back to this moment and you're going to say, I'm worst friend of all time.
What's August 14th?
He's just been in the lab working.
Fill me in.
So hard.
He's been so much. No, because I've seen him over at
Goof Troop Fest.
He was.
No, Fanatics Fest. Everybody calm down. What's going on August 14th? Fill me in, please.
No, don't worry about it.
I've been zero.
No,
dark
the
30.
boys got questions. You haven't been. We've seen you everywhere. We've seen you everywhere. You've been everywhere. You've been absolutely everywhere. It's unbelievable. Yeah, you have.
That's been cool.
I have been everywhere, literally. All right, you're the man. Connor has a question for you.
I have to ask you about the Jaylen Brown trade.
Yeah.
Obviously, the way that whole thing panned out, like in LaMelo to Minnesota and Giannis to Miami, like things have changed. But how do you feel about that entire thing? Because people were pissed. Tatum didn't come out and say anything, and then eventually he did. And like people also acting like, why isn't Tatum like defending Jaylen Brown, telling Brad Stevens how to do his job? Also a very interesting angle. What do you think about it? Is it more so like the second apron and how that works? Or?
Yeah, I think that's obviously a big part of it. The second apron is something that will have to be, I think, discussed when we get to our next CBA, because I think that it's hurting good teams from continuing to be good. Obviously, the Celtics championship team comes back for 1 year and then they kind of go away. Even with the Knicks not being able to run back that same exact roster the following year. So I hope it's something that we fix eventually. But I think the idea of it was good, wanting to create parity and more teams can compete. But I think it's something that has to be discussed. I think as far as the JB trade, I think like you saw Brad Stevens kind of say, it had a lot to do with freeing up more money to keep adding depth to the team, which I think is important. I think it also creates more intrigue and more interest in the East. Like, this is probably the first time in the last however long that the East has been just as, if not more interesting than the West, and I think that's exciting because we have a lot of teams that could come out of our conference, which I think is really exciting.
You got traded.
I did get traded.
Did that just feel, how do you find out about that? How do you feel about that? Because obviously you're a superstar. You go on to become Olympic gold medalist, face of our city. We're very thankful for that, and lead the Pacers to Game 7 of the NBA Finals, where you're going to score 50 fucking points and win it all.
Yep.
In Sacramento, said, get that guy out of here. So whenever you find out about it, probably the first time in your life you've been told in basketball that somebody didn't want you on their team anymore.
Yeah.
How is that personally and professionally? And in NBA, I feel like it does happen.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little different, though, because I got traded in the middle of my second year. You're kind of young and naive to the business, and you still think it's like, family on three, 1, 2, 3, family, right? Right? You still kind of view it that way. But I feel like the more time that you're in, especially after that, it's allowed me to understand that this is a business. Everybody is like, you're competing, you're in the locker room, you're brothers, of course, but I think at the end of the day, everybody understands the business. Anybody can be traded at any time. And in the case of Boston, like with Jaylen, it kind of was talked about all summer. So it's something that I'm sure that he was aware that was a real possibility and ultimately did happen. So I think my viewpoint on it was very different at that time versus if I don't think I'm going to get traded anytime soon, but if I were to get traded today, my view on it would be a lot different than it was in year 2.
As we wrap up here on ESPN, we'll continue digitally. We can announce that Ryan Fox, Open winner, will be joining us tomorrow at 12:20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's go.
Cannot wait to talk to this guy. Just an absolute hero of people who aren't supposed to be good at golf.
Great accent.
Just, there we go. But ting, pong, pang, pong, pow. How we doing? You see this guy? No, you didn't. You're at Goofball Fest.
Yeah.
This guy.
Maddox Fest.
Sorry.
World Cup yesterday.
Awesome Fest. And at the World Cup.
It was the World Cup yesterday.
Sick.
It was pretty cool.
Great vibes.
Fall asleep.
He'll be joining us tomorrow at 12:20. That's Tyrese Halliburton. He continues on digitally on YouTube, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. We can't thank you all enough for allowing us to do this for a living. We'll be back tomorrow with a packed show. It's not just Ryan Fox.
No.
There's more.
That huge guest.
Oh, super. No, that was Fox. Tomorrow might suck. Don't watch. That's pretty good. What's the problem?
That was good. That was good.
People watching it, oh no, tomorrow's going to suck, and then cut off right to a commercial, right to Sports Center.
I got no idea.
Yeah. They're talking about something super serious, too, I assume, at Sports Center right at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I assume something super serious happened.
Is this it for Lou Messi?
And Cody Rhodes tears Achilles on that kick.
That onside kick.
Whoa.
Did you see the onside kick he kicked?
Oh, my bad. My bad. Sorry, the
that-
A word. That's on me. It was more a joke because it was the way the kick went.
How'd you perform at the Olympics over there?
I didn't do the activities.
Isn't that like a huge part of Goofball Fest?
Yeah, you didn't
It's
run
Fanatics Fest.
the Goof Gauntlet. You didn't.
First of all,
It's called the Fanatics Olympics.
First of all, everybody take a breath over there.
Jeez.
Second of all, I went on. I was there. I had to do like the autographs and the pictures and everything. I didn't get to do all the
Did anyone
activities. I
blow
wish I-
you up like they did Josh Hart?
What,
Or he stayed there for like 4 hours
He
signing
was-
a bunch
he
of
was right next to
autographs,
me.
And then did you get that though on Twitter, like where you stay for a long time and then like don't sign one guy's thing and then they make it out to like you're the biggest
Well, it's
dickhead
like
on the face of the earth?
They create your schedule's created, but like the line
really?
could be super long, so you kind of have to figure out how. But I got through my whole list, my whole group, and I was a little worried about going to New York. I was like, oh, this is going to be a bunch of people are going to be douchebags about it, but people were cool. So
No, but
it worked out.
you were hoping. I think we were all kind of hoping that you would get that in New York. Right?
Oh yeah, I got a little bit of that. That's all fun.
The nicknames they were giving you over there, they did.
What were the nicknames?
You
remember?
Yeah.
You remember.
The Halliburton, man.
Remember?
You remember the memes?
Photoshopping you like Bin Laden.
And then
Because you were doing this one here.
Yeah.
'Cause you did this one.
I do remember the memes.
Yeah, the beard. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
one.
it was. Yeah,
Had to go
yeah,
run.
Take a breath over there.
it was everywhere.
It was awesome.
They hated you over there. That's why Saturday night's main event was so good.
Oh man,
It was so awesome. Right when I walked out, the first dude who was recording put his phone down. He was like, "Oh." Like the first guy I made eye contact was like this.
I hate that it's you.
Yeah.
It should have been anybody else. They were hoping maybe The Rock would come pop in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
You
know what
might
they
have to.
expected.
well they're expecting the
They're
architect
expecting, yeah,
construction.
of course, they're expecting Seth.
Yeah, they were expecting a revolutionary,
Yep.
a visionary.
I wanted Seth to hit Jalen with the chair.
Yeah, it was interesting. He kind of he didn't want to do it. It felt like, it felt like he didn't want to make on it because he understood what was going on, and also Jalen had that pretty big brace on that wrist there.
I was yelling there on outside. I was like, "Fuck Roman, hit him."
Oh, really?
Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work.
And then what did Jalen say to you? Anything? Did he say, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you one of these"? Any of those?
Well, when I was walking away,
Yeah.
when I was walking away, he was like, "You have to see me. I can't wait for you to be back."
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah,
And then you said, "You ain't beat me."
yeah.
I like that. You guys are actually shit talking in there.
Yeah.
Great heat.
Yeah, that's some real.
Great heat.
It was fun. It was fun. We had a good time with it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had a good time. And Jalen would say, "I told Tyrese the truth. Yeah, he's gonna have to come to me." And you said, "I told the truth too. They didn't beat us on the way to the run." A lot of people did beat the Pacers though this past year
Yeah.
by
Basically,
a lot of points.
It was a tough year. Growing pains, all part of it.
and they still made a move and got Zubat.
I love what the Pacers.
He's a dog.
You're gonna love Zoo.
He's a dog.
You are going to love Zoo.
I can already tell I love him. He's like a big TJ McConnell. I've been told.
He's a double
Why? 'Cause
machine.
he's white. 'Cause he's white. What makes him?
European TJ McConnell. Yeah, he plays center.
What makes him a big TJ McConnell? He's this big white guy.
The way he plays. The way he plays.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, putting a clone machine. Cat
A lot
came
of
out.
pressure on Zoo this year.
Bob's Wood.
What's that?
That's just a lot of pressure because the move that was made to get him.
Should have had the fifth
This
overall
draft-
pick.
this draft.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Let's think about it though, right? We don't need a guard. The 5th pick was a guard. The 6th pick was a guard.
You could have used Mo Johnson.
Mo Johnson?
Morris Johnson, the guy that.
Oh, the dude in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Zoo. We're trying to win right now.
Double machine.
What if it would have
double
worked
machine.
out that we got Zoo and a top 4 pick? Y'all would have been like,
Oh yeah, genius.
you guys are a genius. It just didn't work out. We took a gamble. I guess we lost because we didn't get the pick, but we got Zoo, who's one of the best centers in the NBA.
And we got you back.
That's all that really matters.
That seems like a pretty good offseason for the Pacers. If you ask
Feels
me.
like a great offseason.
Oh, yeah.
And we got Kelly Oubre coming.
What? Kelly, he's got a jumper there. Great hair.
He can guard.
Canadian
he competes.
guy.
He's not Canadian, is he?
I think so.
Kelly Oubre is not Canadian.
Lefty, isn't he?
That would make him Canadian.
Because he's left-handed? I'm almost 100% sure he's not Canadian.
I'm pretty sure he's from
Don't think
the
he is
States.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's American.
Kelly,
He's
wrong.
American.
He's
This guy's great.
You're
American.
thinking of Olynyk, maybe?
You are thinking of Kelly Olynyk.
Maybe. We don't have him?
We do not.
No, he
have
plays
him.
for Spurs.
God, it'd be great to get him on our team. I like him. Not that I don't like this other Kelly that certainly showed up in a great way. I love that he's here. I can't wait to watch.
You'll like him too. Trust me.
Carlisle going to have you guys running or no?
Of course.
Spurs are going to be tough. The top.
Spurs are good. Thunder are good. Knicks are good.
Thunder starting to
The
feel
NBA's
it.
in a great place right now. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, but what if we get LeBron? Why don't you fire off another text? Can we craft one? Let's abuse your
I left
right
my phone
pattern.
out there, but we could definitely craft up a text.
Here, text me from my phone.
Hey. All right, let's get to a break. We'll come back on the other side. Wrap up everything from the weekend. And also, Tyrese, what else should we have asked you about? Anything? Puma got new shoes out?
You excited to get married?
I am excited to get married. Get married in a couple weeks.
Nice.
I signed Kelsey Mitchell to Puma.
Congratulations.
Go.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Kelsey Mitchell, she becomes all-time leading scorer for the Fever, I believe. Or
Did she?
I think maybe second highest scoring for
Yeah,
the Fever,
probably. That
something
would make
along those
sense,
lines.
yeah.
And then Caitlin goes absolutely crazy.
Yep.
45 points, 10 assists. I think that's the most that ever has happened for the entire league in history.
First 40 and 10 ever in W history.
There was people saying she shouldn't. It'd be better for a league she wasn't in a league.
I'm still saying that.
Come on.
Well, you got to be a better hooper. She wasn't top 10 player, top 10 guard or something like that.
Yeah.
You heard it.
People talking about trading her. It's like if they can't do that.
Foolishness.
Give
It's
her
great
equity.
that she is playing like that, though. I think in the middle of this whole thing tells us a lot about not only her but the Fever. You're at every game. Are the Fever going to win this thing? Are they? We got a team that can go on a run.
Offensively, we're the best offense in the W. No, we can score on anybody. We're gonna have to get some stops if we want to win big. We defensively got to get a lot better.
We're not smacking wood down.
We're not where we need to be right now, but that's okay. We got some time to get there.
What is it? Effort or is it scheme or is it personnel?
I don't know that answer. That's a great question. I think we just have to overall be better. Like, we give up too many points right now. We're like first or second in the W in points per game, but probably the worst defense in basketball. It's probably a bad combination.
Can't be the best at everything, you know?
But we start locking down on
Held
defensive
the
side.
Liberty to 88 on Saturday night. I mean,
And we know that the Libs are really good at
they
scoring.
put up a lot of points.
Wait, what did you say? The Liberty held Liberty 88.
Yeah, held the Libs to 88.
On a back-to-back, which is impressive.
Yeah, especially with the way that Liberty team scores.
Yeah, beast too.
Because I watched them live. We're talking like no looks from Sabrina. You know?
They're a good team.
I didn't know Sophie Cunningham also scoring. I thought she was just there to fight people.
No, she's got a jumper. She can shoot it.
She does,
can
definitely.
shoot it.
And she's in the middle of it all, with this number here. She's taking photos of people.
Oh, yeah.
Good internet meme.
That is how they're taking pictures now.
Did you take one?
I have not taken a picture doing that. That was probably actually just now my first point ever.
That was a pretty cool point. You going to think about doing it maybe next year?
steal
You
that.
make it big times 3, just right to it. Boom, bang, pow, boom and a bang. You, boom, talking to you, boom, bang and a pow.
That'd be cool.
You know, the funny part about this, where she's taking all the pictures with the kids doing the point, is like, you don't understand in the moment the things that you do that are going to affect, that kids are going to think is the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. What did you do that the kids think are really cool?
I can't go anywhere without a kid being like, yo,
Do they have like a turban and a beard on it too?
Stop.
That did go pretty big. That one big. But they're talking about did go pretty big. This one, though, did go big. You knew it was going to go big, though.
But I didn't think that kids would be doing it as much as they are. I thought it would just be a moment in time, and we'd.
Well, the thing about time just keeps on ticking.
All we got.
It's a great point.
Thank you. All right, let's take a break. Anything to say to the team, Tyrese? Team on me.
Appreciate you guys having me. It's good to see you guys,
Hey,
man.
yeah, good to see you.
Good to
Congratulations.
see you guys.
Did the
Thank
point.
you.
You just did the point right.
I did do the point again.
That's
Sorry.
pretty cool.
I'll take that back.
Anything to say to people watching?
Appreciate you guys tuning in to Pat McAfee Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Or is this just a break, or is this the end of the show?
I don't know. I think it should be on this show.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. What is it?
You got it. You got
be
it.
a friend. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. Be a good person.
Hell yeah.
There you go. What'd I miss?
It might change your life there at the end, but you're close enough. Don't you worry about it. You put your own little on that.
Okay.
I like that.
You like that?
I like what you did there.
Perfect.
Cheers to you, bro.
Yeah. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change your life. We're in this thing together. Team on me, team on three. We'll see you tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, team. Goodbye.